for me so I can make sure that.
I'll think about it.
Hold on.
Hello.
I gotta actually listen in on this other one. Oh, let me turn the volume. Speak!
This
Speak!
guy does two headsets. Hello.
Yeah, it's working. Excellent. I don't want to go in with no sound again. That was the worst day of my life. We'll hit record on this even though it'll probably run out of juice. For a backup. When last we left, our intrepid investigators. They were aboard the Sea Ghost slash CSS Mississippi, steaming towards a rock off the coast of Washington Territory. The captain had asked where you wanted the steamship, where you wanted the ship to be to lay about, um, and what are orders for putting off the forces, when you want to do it. Right now, you're more than a mile away. You've been looking through this stone through field glasses and spy glasses, and uh, it's raining. It's a bad storm.
Gotcha. If we wanted to just speed through some role play stuff just for
Yeah, you can.
questions, like ask the Quinoat guy, will they notice us if we pull up just a
Oh,
100 meters off?
yes. Yes, they will
Gotcha.
definitely notice the ship and attack
Oh,
it if it gets too close.
and are they more dangerous in the water or out of the water?
Yes.
Good, good, good.
Yes, they're very dangerous.
Um,
The Yugs will be in the
so
water. They're large. They could potentially hold a ship. Or, sorry, the canoe is what the Quinoat would call it, the big canoe. The boat, or something like that. They call it by incorrect terms because they're not used to big ships like this.
okay.
And this all
I
just
would
takes a few
probably
minutes.
say, yeah, yeah, yeah. I would probably say we want to play half and half,
Say again? We want to what?
half and half, half off of the boat, coming from land, half coming from sea, like
Mm-hmm.
on the big canoe. Um,
I'm not
so
following
you're
what you're talking about.
so I want some people on the shores, like walking up to the rock,
Mm-hmm.
while we have the boat kind of pulling up simultaneously.
Okay. Um, okay, yeah, you can do that. That's going to put the ship in quite a bit of peril, to be quite honest. So keep that in
Okay,
mind.
because too many rocks offshore and stuff
Well,
like that.
no, it's just if they're attacked from under the waterline, they can't fight back.
Gotcha,
If these
gotcha.
things are aquatic, they can try to attack the bottom of the boat, the bottom of the ship, and then there's
Oh yeah.
nothing that those on board can do about it. And you know that both the yuggya and the yugs are amphibious. They can be on land or in the water. I mean, you can do that,
Gotcha.
but there could be
Yeah,
danger to
but
the ship.
it'd
And
be
there,
very dangerous.
yes,
I'm supposed to return this thing.
that would be preferable. It's also a long walk
Um,
back if you don't have the ship to go on.
Extremely long. So I'd say probably safest by land.
So, how far off do you want him to anchor the Sea Ghost? There's a
I'd go with Quinoat Man saying it'd probably be safe to do it a mile upshore, right?
yeah, he thinks so.
Okay. Now that I've got my advisors, no.
Yeah, there's
uh,
plenty of people who have plenty of things to say to you.
good,
Say,
good.
or could we find like a good place to like have a landing party or something? However far down that takes us or whatever.
Well, the lands all around here look like swampland, a lot like up north. There was some lands in between that looked okay. This area is very swampy. It looks like.
Okay.
Let's see. Hold on. Let me see when these were.
And as far as disbursement, I was thinking. Actually, wait a minute. That's
No, go ahead.
might be looking up.
I'm trying
Okay.
to figure out
Uh,
how when the very pistol was actually available.
you say flare pistol?
The flare guns, yeah, when those actually
Okay.
were. I think they have them, but I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
because if I'm not supposed to have one, that'd be good
Oh,
to
do you have
know.
one? Okay.
Yeah.
One
Um, that
pistol.
was the thing I was gonna draw on
There we go.
Young Justice Boy.
Yeah.
Um, Speaking of, well, no, that'll be down the road. We can talk about.
flare gun. God damn it. It's ridiculous. They
Oh
don't have
yes,
it. Keep going,
but
keep going. I'm listening.
I would say some Quinoat spread throughout our group to like help point out the stuff and the way
Mhm.
to go.
Yeah. Well, the
Uh,
Quinoat look like they're okay. So you're gonna anchor about a mile away. It
yes,
takes a little while. It's just early afternoon. The storm's coming out. It takes just a little while to find a place that looks like it could make for a good landing place for the ship's boats. Um, I mean, there's an area that's like bare. That looks like it'd be a good place people could set up, check their guns, whatever. Um, the chief, let's see, Wakan approaches you with your favorite, Satanta, the high priest of them, and Satanta tells you that he will need an hour before the attack, and then he can bring in the shoggoth. You can make and actually, any of you who want to be
oh yeah,
around Hazard as they're starting to lower the boats and starting to get ready to move people on, can hear that. If you are, let me know if you're close enough to him at this juncture, just story
sure,
wise.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah, you
I
can
would
each.
be.
If anybody has anything in Cthulhu Mythos, you can make a Cthulhu Mythos roll. Otherwise, you've never heard that term before.
Okay.
Ooh, 27, but that's
Out of
not
like five
close to a
or six.
Cthulhu
Yeah.
roll.
Okay. So you don't know what he's talking
Um.
about. But what Ken says to
Yeah.
you, he says, he will send the Shoggoth below to come up from below while we attack from the top. And he points in the general direction. It's kind of hard to make out at this distance through the rain, but you think he's pointing towards that bridge that connects the that big rock. If you remember correctly, it's a huge rock, probably over 100 yards in diameter, that kind of points at the top. There was a bridge connecting to the land that he said was not there before. If you all look in, let's see, where is it? Here we go. If you look
Gaming down
in,
darker trails.
yeah, there should be.
That's the inside maps that I see there.
Yeah, where's that?
Gaming text down
Yeah,
darker
if
trails.
you look there, those are the two map. Those are the maps that they gave to you. If you scroll
Yes.
up a little above the letters, um, that show the interior as best they could draw them. Uh, they pull one of these parchment maps out and they point to the center of the second level. This is the upper level. This is the uppermost level here, and they point
Yep.
to this room on the second level. And the priest tells you, if we get to here, when we are there, then we can call up something that will destroy all of them. And he like laughs in your face. It's kind of unsettling.
Now that's going to keep us safe, though, right?
Yes, yes,
Yeah. Rolling for that.
yeah, sure. Psychology
Yeah,
Um,
I'm going to do a psychology on that.
62 out of
out of that's high.
79.
That's success. He doesn't care what happens to you, James.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
um, it doesn't pose
And-
an actual threat to you, but he doesn't give a shit if you live or die. Obviously, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like whatever they're going to do in there is not going to be like immediately kill all the white people. Is
Yeah.
the impression that you get. It might not be good for them, but it's not going to be specifically targeting them. Did you make yours?
No, I failed.
Okay. Oh, let's do this. Let's put this up here. Hey, Appalachian Drew's here.
Nice.
You remember Drew, don't you?
I think so.
So yeah. So he needs to know an hour before you plan to actually enter the place, so he can cast a spell to summon the Shoggoth.
Yeah. Why wasn't the shoggoth at the meeting that we had?
The man he looks at his jaw actually drops.
Or are they not a race that
You do
likes to
not-
work well with others?
If you see the Shoggoth run, it should not reach us, and it should not harm any but the Yuggya and the Yugs. But if it does get as far as we are, it might not be able to differentiate them from us.
And I can probably assume it's going to be something I haven't noticed before, but if you don't mind describing it a little bit.
It is all consuming and all seeing, with 1,000 eyes and 100,000 mouths.
I feel like that'll be hard to miss.
While Ken says, yes, the shoggoth will enter from below on the third level. We must enter from the top, where they have built that atrocity. And then we will go down. We kill all that we find in our path and get to the temple, so that Tanta can summon that which must be summoned. He looks kind of excited about the whole thing. Satanta also looks very excited about summoning something.
Now, would it be fine for us to try to leave as y'all try to summon whatever that is?
No, 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 no. That would be a bad time. It'd be terrible to do it then. That's Satanta who says that to you. Well, Ken just
The
kind of looks
summoner.
at him and he kind of nods, but he doesn't say anything.
Will it try to destroy anything running or everything outside of the
Yes,
mountain?
yes, yes. Do not run. It would be bad to run.
Can I use my old psychology, or
No,
can I roll
I'll
a
need
new
a
one?
new roll. It's been a
New
few
one?
minutes, and these are a whole different set of questions in this
No,
case.
yeah, that's
Aaron,
cool.
you can do psychology too if you still are like suspicious.
Oh,
Sure.
68.
Is this a success?
No,
Yes. Yeah, regular success.
93.
You
It's obviously regular.
He's holding a lot back from you right now. You're not sure what. Um, you're not getting the impression that what is going to be summoned will be dangerous necessarily to you, but there's some stuff he's not telling you. Did you make yours, Aaron?
No, I failed miserably.
Caleb, are you kind of eavesdropping or in the vicinity?
I'm eavesdropping, but I'm not making psychology.
Okay, so you can think
check.
whatever you want to think,
Yes.
without me saying anything. If you don't trust these people, yeah, I get that. Anyway, go. So James, so yeah, there's he's not telling you some things. And the chief suggests, since you're men, no weaponry more. Now, meanwhile, again, boats are offloading during this whole conversation.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
rowing to shore. They're off putting the mercenaries. They're coming back. They're grabbing whoever. Quinoat mercenaries. Everybody is just getting on shore as quick as possible. I think you've got like 4 longboats attached to the ship.
Yes.
So it's actually
Unless one got broken.
it's actually a fairly quick process. These are very large boats, and they could probably hold about
Nice.
a dozen men each, a dozen people each. So there's also a boat on the back, which is probably not being used because it's much smaller. But yeah, these other boats are moving back and forth to the shore as quickly as possible. Um, one of your men um, has gone crazy. One of your mercenaries.
Understandable.
When the Quinoat started coming around, he got exposed to them. He just jumped off and disappeared, and he's gone. 10 more men, or no, 8 other men fainted, threw up, flipped out, got somewhat violent, had to be restrained, that kind of stuff. So these
Yeah.
guys are still like really, really twitchy.
Yeah.
So in game terms, they're temporarily insane and will be so for hours. They're probably going to have hallucinations and shit. So I don't know if you want that to influence if they go or not, or how you want to handle this, or if just put them in the front. They'll be fine.
Probably still bringing them, but have
Okay.
them a little further back.
Okay, you had a total of 110 men, mercenaries, 19 sailors, and 4 gunners, and Captain Joseph. So just
Were
FYI.
we? I don't think we'd be able to take a cannon with us.
No. You could
Yeah,
disassemble the
they are
Gatling
too
gun
heavy.
and get it in a boat
Yes.
and get it to shore, and then some people could pull it.
That's probably the gunner guy's job. I'll just have them carry that stuff
Well, the
around.
gunners are gunners for the ship. You're the gunner for the Gatling gun, remember?
Oh yeah,
Sorry, the
I'll
hazard,
just have other designated carriers. I
the Big
guess.
Willie.
Big Willie.
Big Willie.
Exactly. You've got plenty of men, and there's Quinoat as well. Um, 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 the chief really does. He suggests that most of the white men are in the front, just because they know how to handle the firearms, and he's very honest with you that his men can shoot these things, and they're loading certain. They're arming everybody before they get into the
Yeah,
boats, or
yeah.
as they get in the boats, I'm going to say. People are making sure they have a rifle or a pistol or both. The Quinoat already have their arms, have the stolen arms. You've still got all the arms from that were recovered from the Sea Ghost. That's plenty to outfit your men.
Oh yeah, I
Everybody
got
have
the
at
numbers
least
if we
a
need them.
rifle. Sorry?
I have the numbers too if
Right.
you need them.
Everybody will have at least a rifle or definitely some have pistols who say they're better with pistols. Others have rifles. Some have both. It's kind of catch as catch can. This whole thing was kind of thrown together very quickly once you got on board. I think everybody expected it to take longer to get there.
Yeah.
So the captain certainly did. Uh, so is that okay if most of the white men lead the way with the Quinoat interspersed with them then?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
As far back as I'd be comfortable, because I don't want them to just hang back, would be like two deep white men and then some Quinamat.
Okay. They offload the women and the children first. They are coming as well, even though they're not armed.
And
They
they're
are
well in the back, I would assume.
they're bringing some of the crates. You don't some of their chests that they had on board. They're bringing. You're not sure if they're bringing them all. Nobody's doing it unless somebody wants to run downstairs and take a look at the quarters that you had for them.
I would have asked preemptively
Hmm.
to Chieftain that
Yeah,
he can just leave that other crate in my quarters.
the money crate. Is that what you're
The
talking
money crate.
about? Okay. He orders some of his men something. You can't understand it. It's in their own language, and they go down below
Yeah.
decks. Most of the Quinoat don't speak English, so you also have a moment when the Serpent people come up, and they Gwendolyn comes over to you, and she says, "Mr. Hazard," and she's got a weapon somewhere about her. You can't really see it. Some of the others have some larger of these weird weapons with the crystals in them and stuff. And she says, "Oh, Mr. Hazard, here." And she takes your hand, and you feel her press something into your hand, and you look down, and it's a green soapstone with a some kind of a pentagram on it with a flame in the middle. And she closes your hand when you look at
Ah,
it. She then like takes your hand and closes it over it and says, "Our friends don't like this." And she looks over to where some more of the Quinoat are boarding on, are climbing down the ropes, the rope
yeah.
ladders down into the boats. And she says, "If you come across a small figurine about yay high and touch it with this," and she just kind of her very cold, clammy hands
Old
touch it.
clammy, yep.
Yeah. Uh, she says, "And touch it with this. It will destroy it. That might be very instrumental here, but there will be a great deal of energy that comes off of said destruction. So be forewarned."
Now, real quick, would this energy rip me and everything else apart? Or
Well, anyone close to it, yes.
so don't be the one to do it.
Yes.
Gotcha.
She looks over, she's kind of looking around. Are Dempsey and Fernando eavesdropping? If so, I'll need a listen
Probably a
check.
little bit.
Okay, I'll
Yeah.
need listen
Well, yeah.
checks. I'll need a listen check. She looks over at
Definitely
Graves.
whispering that one.
She looks at Graves meaningfully.
Oh.
She
One
knows
thing.
he's your man. Dempsey, did you make your
Sorry, I rolled
listen?
a. I got a 19 out of 29. 19 out of
Put a
29.
check. Don't forget to check it if it's not already checked. Yeah, you
Sorry,
can
I ro-
just overhear this conversation. And when he says, "So I don't want to be the one to touch it," you notice she looked at you, and she goes, "No, don't be the one to touch it. Maybe someone else." How about you, Fernando? Did you make your listen check?
No, no.
No. Okay, so you can't quite make out this conversation. It looks like they're being intimate. Which, if she's like a snake, like everybody keeps saying,
Yeah, he's probably a little weirded out. So he's like, oh, no, 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 no.
because they're talking very
Now,
close. It's almost an intimate conversation. You can smell
it,
snake, by the way, James. Let's like being in a serpent house.
yeah, okay. Um, now, being on the other side of the room might be safe, or are we talking a couple rooms over?
Oh no, no, it won't be that large. Just, and you might want to destroy it if it's what I think it is. And she looks kind of over her shoulder towards the big rock a mile away.
Yeah. Now I keep hearing that he wants to summon something, and then everything will be great.
Oh yes, we're
Ah,
leaving when that summoning starts. I would suggest you
okay.
leave too. You might want to leave your men. I mean, they're not going to let them go anyway. Good luck to you, Mr. Hazard, and your man. And she turns and walks towards
Thank
the.
you.
Then the ghouls come up last after almost everybody else has disembarked. One of the
I'm
sailors
a.
is like starts screaming as he goes temporarily as he has a bout of madness.
Oh,
The men
are
have
they
to
not
hold him
wearing their little
down.
ghost outfits?
Oh shit. Oh yeah, you did have them wearing hoods. You're right. You're right. You're right. Let's retro that. One of the men. You hear the men like, oh my god. Oh. The
Why they
smell. The
smell?
smell. Yeah. So yeah, nobody goes crazy at this juncture. And then they're taken on shore as well. Um, um, Captain Joseph comes to you one last time, and he goes, "All of the guns, all of the guns are ready. Um, do you wish us to stand off and keep making steam, Mister Hazard, in case we need to make a quick retreat?"
I would say yes. And
You notice he's got a saber strapped to his side, and he's wearing a pistol on the other side at this point.
now that we are down to just for the last few, if you see anything that doesn't walk on two legs, just fire at it.
Jim Bat. Very good.
Uh,
He reaches into his pocket. He pulls out
and keep an eye into the water
he
as
pulls
well.
out a very pistol, and he hands it to you.
Oh, fairy pit,
A very
single
pistol,
flare.
flare gun, basically. Yeah, they're called very pistols at this time. Um, he says, if you need to signal us, um, we'll be circling here. We'll be circling in this vicinity. I don't want to simply anchor
All
here where
right,
anyone can just come aboard.
exactly. And I'm hearing we don't want to go too close to that rock with the ship because what we're after can swim.
Mm-hmm. Very good, sir. Good luck. Yeah. You guys load onto the last boat. It goes ashore.
I,
Go ahead.
I do want to, yeah, say, am I able to get some extra ammunition before I leave the ship also?
Yes,
Yes,
there's a ton of ammunition on board. Everybody has pockets
Like,
full
tons.
of ammunition.
Everybody's
okay.
got
At least
I'm just
30 or
making sure
40
boxes,
there's
rounds, probably. Um,
hazard brand ammo.
oh, I had that on very pistol.
like
That's right.
45 revolver rounds
Yep.
and 44
Everything.
Henry.
Yes.
Okay.
Ones that Hazard tells you are close enough. So
Oh.
they're all Hazard brand. So hopefully they'll be fine. You unfortunately haven't had a chance to try them out yet.
Yeah, so I'm going to say I'm going to take, let's see.
But I'm gonna take Dempsey, Fernando, Graves,
Pat,
and Jim's here, yeah. And I'll
Pete.
just tell him,
Don't forget
hey,
Pete.
Pete, yeah,
And
definitely Pete.
Cunningham.
Cunningham?
Cunningham's here too.
He's coming.
Yes,
Yes,
he's
definitely
gotta see
Cunningham.
this. He's got
I
he's got a Henry rifle with him and an Smith and Wesson #3 American pistol on his belt. He looks very
oh,
nervous.
all right, gentlemen. We need to be very careful once we're inside. Apparently, and Cunningham, everybody. So I think everybody here knows about the other species besides you. So if you see snake people, dog people, you don't need to shoot at them. Try not to freak out if you see them. But anything else is fair game. Um,
Cunningham's is like, Jim Bat's just checking his pistol, making sure it's loaded,
Yeah,
nervously.
I'm counting my
Pete's
bullets, making sure I
whistling.
have enough.
Pete's
I'm wondering
whistling.
he's
whether I
just
got
having a
enough.
great time.
Yeah, Pete's whistling. He's drinking out of a flask. You don't know where he got a flask. Wait, is it your flask? Do you have a flask?
I do. I have two flasks. One's
Do you
got
still
oil in it.
have both of them? Okay. You don't know where he
No,
got the
one's
flask.
empty. The whiskey one's probably empty.
Yeah, that's a shame for Pete. What were you saying there, Aaron?
I'm just making sure got enough ammo.
Yeah,
I'm just,
there's a lot of you. If you have 30, 20 or 30 shells, 20, 30 cartridges, it should be plenty for each gun.
yeah, that's what I was figuring.
And I'm hoping
Smurf blood.
keep this close to your vests, boys. But I'm hoping it doesn't come to it. But there might be a turnabout. But if there is a turnabout and people decide to come at us, we can still ignore the dogs and the snakes if we see snakes.
Okay.
All right. Now,
Hmm.
let's head out.
Oh, that's why. Wrong name. Okay, yeah. So y'all reach the shore now. Do you want him to start? When do you want Satanta to start casting? Because he wishes
Uh,
to cast. He needs an hour to cast. But then this, if you're hitting the place about the same time as the spell is finished, that would be great.
I will coordinate with the chieftain and the sorcerer to so that he thinks he can get us inside but at the same time.
Well, you could go almost all the way to the place if you're not too worried about being potentially spotted. And then he could cast the
Okay, then
spell, and then you guys could like just head straight in if the spell works.
got you.
Is it possible to send some scouts or something ahead first to see what we might be coming up to? If they could stay hidden and then come back and let us know, would that be possible?
Yeah,
Yeah.
if that's what y'all want.
Uh,
And then they could give us about how long it will take for us to get there from the landing spot.
I'll talk to the chieftain to get a Quinoat, and if he wants to take a white man too to go scout out the area.
He can send his Quinoat.
Okay.
They're back within like 20 or 30 minutes. I mean, it's only a mile.
Yeah.
You learned that there are some kind of doors, closed doors, at the end of the bridge that apparently lead into the place. They appear to be made out of. They're featureless and smooth as far as they could tell. They didn't see anything on them. Um, they appear to be brass or bronze. Those were not there before. This isn't even on the map. This doorway, this place where the
And
bridge goes.
what about y'all's normal entrance in? Or y'all's regular entrance?
It's below where the shoggoth will enter.
So that sounds like a no-go. We can try to break through the bronze. I know we have some dynamite. I don't know if you want us to use that on your rock, but it'll get us through those doors if they're locked.
He's looking at you, Dempsey.
It might work. I have one stick. Right, just one?
Yeah, you had one stick of dynamite left over.
Yes.
All right.
We can give
And
it
I
a
have
try.
a few myself, but it should only take the one.
Okay, so
But
you want to blow the doors
let's
with the stick of dynamite and then rush or something?
yes. So we're
Okay.
gonna plan to get a. Okay. How long from here is it gonna take us to get there?
Probably half an hour, like
Half an hour.
organizing all the people that you've got to move as a column to
Yeah.
get there. Maybe less. It's only a mile, but it's hard to get a large group of people like this kind of in motion effectively in a short time.
Got you. So yes, we'll go ahead and have him start summoning, and after about 20 minutes in, we'll start going.
Okay. All right. So he he goes down by the water and starts chanting. Um, you check your watch. And so you wait about 20 minutes, and then you get the column moving of a couple of hundred. Some of the ones in the back, the women and the children are carrying various paraphernalia of the tribe of the Quinoat, and you head on in to spot. And if you want to time it exactly, you can. You have a pocket watch, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to? How do you want to handle that? The causeway is
So we're gonna approach the door
okay.
definitely after it hits an out.
Okay. Okay. So you approach the door. You notice that it's a set of double doors. There's like a ledge about 40 feet wide, and there's a pair of about 15 feet away, set into the vertical rock surface, a pair of these are stone doors. Sorry, not bronze doors. Each is 10 feet high and 5 feet wide. The surface of the doors is featureless and smooth. There's no visible handles, except for a rectangular aperture 6 inches long by 4 inches high, cut in the center of the left-hand door as you face them, about 6 feet above the ground. It looks like there's a plate of metal, looks like bronze is behind that little slit or hole. And screw it, they're not stone doors. That's stupid. They're bronze doors. But you can see this cutout where there's obviously that's covered with bronze as well.
Yeah.
Um,
Like a slide to
Could
walk
be,
through,
yes,
basically.
very well. It's right at the right level. So,
All right,
what's the
let's
plan?
go.
They've got the Gatling gun back there. They're dragging it along. Hopefully, this place is big enough to accommodate it.
I'd say almost set it up outside.
Do you want to set it up like on the causeway? Do you want to set it at the end of the causeway, towards the shore,
On
or the end of the causeway?
towards the shore side to aim at the door,
Okay, yeah, yeah.
which would be how far? Eyeballing it.
Um, Probably. Let's take a quick look here. Actually, it's about 100 feet long, this causeway, and about 40 feet
Okay,
wide.
nice. Then yeah, we'll put it on that side of the causeway, away from the door,
Okay. Who are you
just in
gonna?
case things start flooding
Okay.
out the door.
You're just gonna leave it for now, or are you gonna stand there with it? What's the
Oh,
plan there?
I say we only have a couple people go approach the door to
Okay.
try to open it. Someone with dynamite. Caleb Dempsey, would you like to be part of the forward group or not? Like, I'm not trying to force that on you. I just asked. Sorry.
I could
Dempsey,
do
would
that.
you like to be with the forward group?
I could do that. Yes. First name's Caleb, not Caleb.
Oh,
Just
Caleb. I apologize.
Get ready for him to get it wrong constantly now. Come on, Caleb. Come on, Callum. Come on. Come. Uh, who else? Who else do you want to send? Anybody?
Yeah. Just five white guys.
Okay, yeah. You got men
Two
ready.
with shotguns.
Okay, yeah.
The dragoons are shotguns, right?
No, dragoons are big ass pistols.
pistols.
Oh, we don't have shotguns.
No, probably not. There's pistols and rifles mostly. Some of them are repeating
Couple of
rifles.
carbines,
Some of them are
definitely.
carbines. Yeah. Some of them are like Winchesters. I don't think they're. I don't. There's no shotguns at all.
The traps and the big 50 people are the furthest back people.
Yeah, they're gonna do your most damage. Yeah. No. I guess the Quinoat didn't want shotguns. Didn't see the point.
Close quarters, nah.
Why would you throw tiny little beads at people? Anyway, big bullets. Okay, so Dempsey, you head up there with 5 men, heavily armed men. You get right up to it as close as you want. Nothing happens. Do you have matches?
That's oh boy.
Does Caleb smoke?
He does, I believe.
If
He
he
doesn't have a
smokes
pack of
regularly,
cigarettes.
then he probably has matches.
Okay.
I'm just That's a given.
I mean, yeah.
So yeah, you got a little box of matches. Oh no, there's not too
Okay.
many left. Maybe 6.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Fernando's probably smoking at this point. He's nervous.
He smokes cigarettes, right?
Yep.
He's rolling them. The wind's blowing. The storm is coming down. He's trying to roll his
Oh, that's
cigarettes.
right. I forgot. You got to roll them and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
they didn't come ready made back then.
And he could have prepped himself one on the boat. I'm just saying.
Pull his hat down real low. All right, Caleb.
Yeah, never mind.
I'm gonna look back. Do we just want to see if they open before we blow them up?
You yelling this back to the others because they are like
No, I'm
150
gonna
feet
say
away.
that to the other men with me.
They kind of look at each other.
Help!
One of them goes, "I'm just here to shoot people."
Why don't you see if you can't get those doors open?
Okay, he goes up. He pushes on it. Nothing happens. He comes back.
There's no handle.
They didn't open. No, there's no handle. There's just that little hole there that's closed. You want me to knock?
No.
Okay. He didn't knock. You saw him kind of do
What's
like
the point
this.
of having?
Held his
What's the
rifle.
point of dynamite if you're not going to use it? Let's set some dynamite.
That's what I always say. Okay. So yeah. So you're gonna just put it up against the doors, light the fuse, and run like hell. Is that the plan?
No. So okay. There's just one little hole we might be able to wedge it into.
There's no holes. It's
Oh.
two doors, and then you've got like this slit with that's closed. Looks like a
Mhm.
like a viewing slit, but it's closed. And then you've got like about 10 or 15 seconds worth of fuse, you guess.
Just trying to think. There's a place we could, you know.
Right. Basically, on the sides it goes straight down, except for where the bridge comes up to it, and the water is down maybe about 20 or 30 feet.
Yeah, there's like nothing like strap it to the door.
No features. The doors are featureless. They look very simple. At least they're bronze, but they don't have any like markings or like filigree or anything.
Okay.
Do you have demolitions at all?
I do.
You do? Okay. Is it super low?
It's not great.
Okay. I'm not going to make you make a roll if you don't want to. If you just stick it up against the door and light it on fire, light the fuse.
Yeah.
There's not much. It'll either blow it open or it won't. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The little slit. I'm gonna see if I can like move it at all, like push it back to the side.
No, it appears to be locked in place.
Locked in place.
Mm-hmm. Light it, chuck it in there. So he throws it back out, flies over and lands at your feet.
Yeah, I'm just trying to, I would like try to focus on the hinges, but obviously we don't see any hinges.
No, you don't see any hinges. Obviously, opens
there's no
in.
way to stick it to just the door.
Mm-mm.
Couldn't even like kind of like wedge it a little bit into in between the two doors.
No, these actually seem to be really well made. Kind of surprisingly.
Yeah.
Since it's monsters that are making them.
Well, I guess we're just gonna try to blow a hole in this door. Let's set them up.
Which means
How many sticks we got with us now?
one.
I know I got one.
You got your
just
one stick.
I thought he didn't give the other guys any of them.
No,
okay.
He didn't. He talked about having some or something. You're not sure what he was talking about. He was kind of vague. The men are starting to kind of fidget nervously.
All right, I'm going to set one right in the center at the crack in hopes to blow a large enough hole.
Okay.
Yep.
As soon as it starts to spark, all of them just take off running as hard as they can.
I'm going to let it have a good 10 seconds. If I can, that can require a demolition check.
Oh, yes. Give me a demolition check. See if you can cut it the right length.
Ooh.
Did you fail?
I did. Not a critical failure.
Not a critical fail? Okay.
That's what matters.
You're like, it's going to go this fast. Yeah. I'm going to just tear this end off.
Yep.
And then what? And then run away?
Yeah, I'm running.
No,
away.
it's not like you left this much. Okay. I'm
Yeah,
assuming you
I'm
left at
running
least a
away.
good, like, maybe a foot or so. All right.
Trying to get some cover.
Are you counting to see how close you were to being right?
Yeah,
How what was the roll and what did you need?
52, and I need a 20.
Okay, that's double. So when you hit 11, you're like, uh-oh, maybe that dynamite's no good. When you count 12, you're like, shh, you start to curse to yourself, and then there's a massive explosion behind you.
Okay.
Boom, boom. Give me a dex check. Let me check.
61 out of 75.
Wow, none of your men fell over either. The explosion causes you to like
Nice.
jerk, to like stumble forward, but you don't lose your footing. Neither do the other men. Ah! There's a lot of smoke. Some stuff flies by you. You're not sure what exactly. Um, but yeah, stuff, debris flies all around you. It's almost like a ricochet. Like whew, you hear something fly by your head, and you turn around, and all you can see is smoke and dust at first. Um,
They know we're here.
James, what are you doing? I mean, like
I
once the explosion
am.
happens, are you like
Uh,
charge, or do you just wait to
I
see?
was thinking about that. Can I not see the door at all?
Not at the moment. It's too. There's dust and smoke. There's a lot of it. It's going to probably take 20, 30 seconds to clear. There's some wind, so that's going to help. But
Let's move up.
okay, the men start. Everybody starts moving forward. Are you leading from the front?
I am standing beside the Gatling gun at the moment,
Okay, so you just let's move up, and so men start moving forward.
and I'm
Um,
standing there just looking at everybody.
Dempsey, yeah, that's fine.
I'm
Dempsey,
supervising.
you can hear them coming up behind you as the smoke starts to clear.
Mhm.
You don't see any doors there. Um, there's just a gaping hole.
I succeeded.
Yeah, yes, there's a stick of fucking dynamite, and it was some doors. They weren't like 12 inches thick or anything. They were probably solid, but yeah, it blew them completely off. They're just bronze. So yeah, are you gonna head on in, lead the way? You waiting for the other men to get to you?
I'm
What's your
letting
call?
other men go ahead.
Oh, okay. So your men head in. Mostly white guys, mixture of Quinoat. Um, you all follow behind. Um, you noticed James that our Hazard. You noticed Cunningham was trying to write while you guys were waiting, while Dempsey went up with the explosives, and then he tucks it away as soon as the explosion shocks him, and he quickly tucks his notes away, so he can see what happened as well. Um, but yeah, uh,
I
shh,
did forget.
everybody, shh, just in case,
Sure.
they don't know we're here.
Yeah.
You did forget what?
Uh, I did forget to write down Ghoul leader's name.
Oh yeah, Raphael. He's
Oh, it
the
was Raphael.
Raphael's the leader. He's the Italian ghoul.
Oh, okay,
Francisco Jose
so
Barcelo de
that
Balboa.
was the other one.
He is the one you
He's
guys
the
met
silly
first.
guy.
The Spanish ghoul. You would assume
He's the
because
fool.
de Balboa.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the fool according to Raphael. All right. Yeah, I went ahead and got all
Uh,
my main names in one place here to help me out.
I want to go in with the ghouls.
Okay.
So I'll try to come in after a little bit of a blob goes in.
Yeah. Okay.
I would try to have a ghoul
The
with
ghouls
me.
are kind of mixed with the others.
Okay,
But
they
so
are
you can
mixed.
kind of pick. Yeah, they're still wearing the hoods. That's not going to last if
No.
once combat starts. But yeah, yeah. Um,
And you should be safe from any friendly foul, right? Raphael.
Raphael's not next to you. It's you have no idea which one's
Okay.
which
I'll
because
have
they're
for,
all
oh yeah.
hooded and they all look the same. Other than that, they're wearing like
I
ragged
just want to
clothes.
I just want to make sure that friendly fire won't hurt you.
The ghoul looks at you and it just grunts. Like that. That's all. It says. You're not sure. You don't know who it is. You can't see their faces. It's like they're wearing hoods with holes in them.
Just because I know some of our people might get a little startled.
Nah. That's the reply.
Good.
Too late to worry about that now.
Who's got low luck in the party?
It is. It is. I do not believe it's me. I have 65.
30.
Yeah, give me your luck
Oh,
check real quick.
Jesus.
Yep. His is lower than mine. He's no Burton off.
What'd you roll? 31?
Do we want to do a group luck check?
31.
31. Okay. Okay. It's not a big deal. It's a group luck check, but we're going to use the player character stats for a lot of stuff, just to simplify things. Yeah, okay.
Gotcha.
You let some of them go ahead. You're heading in. Dempsey, are you ahead of, are you ahead of Hazard? It's just a,
Yeah,
it's
I'll
just
go in
a,
ahead of Hazard.
it's
Yeah.
a narrative thing. That's all it is. Okay.
It's,
So once
yeah,
you
it's
let
very-
like a few dozen men go by, you fall in. Hazard is mostly towards the middle of the group, I'm assuming. I'm assuming Fernando's somewhere near him. Cunningham is staying near Hazard. Oh, Pete's up front. Pete was one of the first ones in. He wasn't the first five, but once everybody started moving, Pete's like, "Oh boy!" Actually, he's got
he
a
was
rifle
part
right
of the
now.
charge, Dave.
He's ready to kill some stuff. So the room is a bare Spartan room, plain dressed stone, filled with. There's still a lot of dust in the air and smoke. You can smell the gun smoke. There's a corridor, a short corridor. Give me another luck check, Caleb, please. A short corridor off the room ends in a closed metal gate. You can see the doors are in pieces. The shrapnel has killed everything in the room. There might have been about 5 people in here that are slowly like liquefying. It looks like they are no, they're not real people. They're not people. So Caleb, go ahead and give me a sanity check. Each of you, as you pass into the room, sees these corpses. Can give me a sanity check.
Yes, 15 out of 57.
Okay. The yuggya. I don't think you lose any then. Oh yeah, you do. These things are really nasty.
Oh, 9.
So you
That's
lose.
kind of
Exactly
wasted
what I
on the
rolled.
sanity check.
Caleb loses
Oh,
1.
that's what you.
Hazard loses 2. Did you make yours, Fernando?
Yes.
You lose 2. Of these horrible. They don't look like they have bones.
Sorry,
the way
one
their
second.
arms are moved and their legs, and they look to be like settling into the like very slowly. They're on their sides, on their backs, or on their bellies, but they seem to be getting lower. Like they're sinking into the stone or
Deflating
melting.
or something.
Deflating. It's like a jellyfish that's been out in the sun too long, and it's starting to shrivel up. Um, um, what's the failure on that? Let's see. That determines how many of the men kind of have a bad reaction to this. Okay, so a couple of men. One guy just is like, nope, 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 and he just turns and he starts pushing his way back out. Dropped his gun. He's just another one faints. Like, ah. So there's those 2 went.
We move him out of the way.
They had bouts of madness. There's 2 more that are technically out of the fray for at least a little while.
So you said I lose 2 for a success?
Yes.
Dang.
TI. We'll say TI, temporarily insane. So yeah, there is a grate beyond that. You hear gunfire immediately. Somebody roll me a couple of percentages. Tell me how you do.
29.
A 29. Somebody else do me one.
I rolled an 11.
Jeez. Okay. Let's see.
Second one was 47.
29 and an 11. Oh. Shit. I don't know how to do this math. Let me figure out something here real. Oh, wait. No, it's on the sheet. Yeah. 29. All right. You hear 2 gunshots almost immediately. Bang, bang from the front. As the mass moves in, you see these bars. It's like a portcullis in front of the next room. There are 2 bodies on their back. Pete's gun is smoking. He cocks it and he goes to one side. Some crossbow bolts come flying out. Let's just do a couple of examples. They both miss everybody, and then the people are like, there's just a ton of gunfire starts going into that next room. Um, go ahead. Give me three more. Let me see how many are in this room. Give me three more rolls. Just three more straight up percentile rolls.
Everybody should do one.
I
Yeah,
rolled an
pretty much.
86.
86,
Ooh, 19. God, I'm
19,
wasting my love ones.
10.
10. Oh god, 10. Jesus. Okay. Um, yeah, you see another one of these yuggya things gets hit in the head with a rifle bullet and flies back. Another one's hit in the chest and crashes to the ground. But a third one disappears out of sight. And a moment later, you hear like a banging of like a gong. Like gong, 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 gong. And you hear Pete yell, "How do we get these damn these damn bars out of here?" And then he like goes around the corner and just fires blind into the room. All right, so y'all in charge. What happens? What do people do? What do you guys do? What
And
do
we
you
get
order?
a line of people to lift it.
The corridor is about 10 feet wide. You can get two or three in there, but they're going to be very exposed. They're probably if somebody in there has a gun or a spear or a crossbow, they're going to get shot or stabbed. Do you still yell that, James? Do you urge them on?
Oh no, no. That after they answer that question.
Well, no, no, no. You can. This is what you can see as you come into the room.
Oh, okay, got you. I'm
Where the
just
hell am I
thinking there's
not
too many
from?
people in my way. Let's set up a firing line.
Okay, yeah. You start ordering a firing line. There's
3
the line.
crouch, 3 standing.
What it is the room is about like 50 feet wide and 20 feet deep. The ceiling's about 15 feet high. And then there's like a niche of 10 feet wide, 10 feet deep, and then there's these bars that look like a portcullis. Um, several men move forward to try to grab the thing, others are getting lined up, so if anybody shows their face, they're just going to blast them. When this net falls down on the men who moved up, and they're like, ah! And they're all caught up, and you can see there's like fishing hooks in it or something, barbs. It's getting caught
Oh,
in them, and they're like, ah!
that's not
So they're
good.
all tangled up. Nothing is happening that you can see in the next
Looking
room.
up. Is
Yeah.
there anything up
No, there's
or
there's nothing else on the ceiling, but you can see where there is this hole in the wall that obviously connected to the rope that is connected to the top of the net, and you see the end of the rope
okay?
kind of just slithers right out and falls, as if it was hooked in the next room and somebody just cut
Yeah.
it or let it go.
Shit! Try to get the net off
The
him.
men are struggling in there. Somebody just grabs the. Pete's like, "God damn it!" He just grabs the net and pulls, and it's like, ah! Um, so the men start falling back as best they can. Other men are like, trying to, get a bead on this door. You know, a few others have scrambled to either side because they don't want to get shot at. Some of the Quinoat
Now,
have guns, and they're doing the
is
same
that
thing.
the only way in?
Yes, there's only one other exit from this room. The way you
And
came in
that's the
is
way
10
we
feet
came.
wide.
Okay.
And then in deeper, there's these guys eventually get moved out of the way with this net on them. Um, uh,
There's a portcullis and then
basically,
just another route.
no, there's just the portcullis. Well, there's a way
Okay,
back.
just the portcullis.
The way
Gotcha.
you came, there's that,
And the
and the
portcullis.
portcullis ahead.
Gotcha.
So what do y'all want to do? What's the plan?
Second
Who
round
yells out
lift.
what? Huh?
Second round. Let's lift it.
Yell again. Get up there and lift it. Okay. Give me
We'll
an
secure it on the
appearance
other side.
check or persuade. Give me persuade. Do you have persuade? This will just
I
determine how
sure do.
fast they get into position. Because they got to drop their
70.
guns in order to do it.
And I rolled a 31.
Out of 70?
Yeah, a
Nice.
hard success.
Check it off. Yes, that is a hard success. The men hop to it. Three of them get up there, three of the bulkier men. Others are trying to aim over them in case any gunfire comes from that direction or anything like that. They put their backs into it and lift. Um, um, do you yell? What orders are yelled? By anybody can
Uh,
give orders. Don't forget. Whoever just yells first.
Pete, Fernando, Caleb, let's go.
Okay. Pete's like,
And,
woo!
and then everybody
He's rushing in.
else.
You got to
Then
push by
let's
these
go.
guys.
Secure it from the other side.
So the four of you can get in. Basically getting in, pushing past them, and into the room. Um, there's four of you. Hey, let's roll a d4.
Whip out the shot.
1, 2, 3, and Pete will be 4. Fernando, with a thunk, a crossbow bolt flies at you.
I
Ooh,
dodge.
no, you cannot dodge a crossbow bolt. It's like trying to dodge a bullet. You can duck for cover, but you lose your next action. Do you want to do that?
Yeah, I'm gonna do
Okay.
Hit the deck.
Yeah, make a dodge check.
Oh, okay.
What
40. That is a hard success.
Hard success.
Nice.
This giant crossbow bolt flies at you as you basically drop to the ground, drop flat, clatters against the wall above you, like all this, and then lands on you, like boom, and it is heavy. You know that would have hurt. Um, Fernando was at the top of the round, and that was his turn. Calum is next. There is a single one of these creatures. This room has 3 entrances. As you're walking in, right and left, and then one that's in the back corner to the left. So straight ahead, basically left, right, straight ahead.
Yeah.
And it's about 50 feet wide, like the room you were just in. It's about 30 feet deep. It's a big room, and I'll give you a very quick description. It's another bare Spartan room. There's a stone bench running along the far wall that continues around the angle around the right side. Um, uh, there is a single creature. Now, this is the first live one, so I'm going to have you guys make another sanity check when you see it, because you're not yet used to these. So, everyone make a sanity check when they see this thing. Let me give one to Pete. Let me put him in the front here. Where is he?
He loves being in the front.
Pete just loves killing.
Oh,
I lost him. Where the hell did I put him?
35.
Which is unusual for a guy that's died several times. It hasn't he?
He has
That's
definitely
what he
died a
says.
few times.
There it is. All right, Pete. Pete failed. Oh boy. Okay, who made it? Anybody make it? Made it.
The sanity?
Yes.
Yes, and
Yes, I made my sanity.
Okay, Calum, lose 2. William Hazard lose 2. Everybody loses 2 except for Pete. Pete.
can we mark off 4 for Yuggias?
Yes. Yeah, you can get used to these, I'm going to say. And Pete loses probably more than 2. Oh, a lot. Okay. Let's give Pete an intelligence check. Yeah. Which he failed. Pete does not go temporarily insane.
That's good for us.
It is good. And Caleb,
Pete
you're
has
up.
all the worst
You see
ideas.
this thing and you're just repelled. The arms don't look... arms, like forearms, shouldn't bend like that. The legs should not remind you of a jellyfish. The face is hideous to behold. Yeah, so, what do you want to do, Caleb? Right there, you're about 15, 20 feet away from him. He's not far.
Callum is going to shoot
Sorry,
it with
Callum.
a Hazard 77.
All right. That's a repeating rifle, right? Not the
It's,
Henry.
but it's one attack.
Yes. Go ahead and make a roll.
It is going to be a 47, so a regular success for me.
Okay. You hit him. Roll me some damage.
Lots of damage.
Let's see.
Hazard ammunition has a 25% failure rate. Oh, so roll it now.
Oh, Jesus Christ, how am I in
It's
business?
going to be 9 points of damage.
9 points. Let's see. What's their average? Okay. Let me write that down. Okay. You hit it in the shoulder. The whole body like ripples. It's like, yeah, it's disgusting. And you're like, oh. And it stumbles back but doesn't fall. Hazard, oh no, Pete's next. Pete says, "You son of a bitch, I'm killing you because you're so ugly." He had the rifle. No, he had the pistol in hand. He had the rifle over his shoulder. So
Gotta
he's
do what
using
you gotta
the 45, which is a D10 plus 2 if he hits. Pete just hit, surprisingly. He was really taken off guard by how ugly this thing was. He did 9 points damage as well. Okay, down it goes with Pete's shot. In the chest, and it flies backwards and crashes to the ground. There's several other corpses right here near the entrance that were gunned down either by Pete or were hit by the rifle fire that went in after that. Um, Everybody can make me a listen check. You do see. Oh wait, let me. You look around very quickly, and you can see that there is a wheel
Just
and chain and pulley mechanism fastened onto um, the near wall inside the room on the left side of the gate. You know what I mean? Like right there as you after you came in to your left and on the wall that you came in. It's a big wheel with bronze chains that you're guessing is hooked to this portcullis. That these
yep.
men are like trying to hold up and having a difficult time because it's very heavy. Um,
Run over and grab it.
you also
To,
see a
to
peg
lift it.
on a wall next to that, and there's a hole up in up in the wall up above. You're guessing that's where that rope for the net was. Um, that's all you can really make out at this juncture. Who made their listen checks?
I did not.
Nobody made a listen check.
Ah,
Let's
good,
give
good, good,
Pete a
good.
listen check. 62 is probably not gonna be any good.
Am I
Here's a
No,
close?
ring,
he
and we're
failed too.
inside and gunfire.
Oh, that's weird, man. Who comes for gunfire? All right, he's got to check for. Don't forget to check off your guns if you hit. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, so give me 1 second. Okay, these guys. All right. Okay. All right. So nobody heard anything. You're in the room. The men are struggling to hold up the portcullis. Fernando's on the floor. What's the next thing? What do you guys do? Pete's
I'm
like
grabbing the wheel.
Pete's looking at all the. Okay, you grab the wheel. You start moving it. It's
Put my peg
real
in.
fast at the beginning, till you hit the weight of the
Yep.
portcullis, and then you got to put your back into it. Give me one strength check. If you make it, you get it up all the way in one round. If not, it's going to take you 2 rounds to crank it all the way up. Dempsey, what are you doing?
Everybody in here.
Pete's trying to cover all the
20,
entrances. There's so many.
21.
You made it. Okay.
Oh, that's I made a hard. Nice.
You're like
I'm
Has-
gonna take aim down the passage that I just shot the guy from.
he was in the corner of the room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, near the passage. It's straight across and kind of in the left corner. So yeah, you
Okay,
can aim down that way.
I'm gonna aim down that passage.
Okay. Um, I'm gonna give Pete a spot hidden. He's not real. He doesn't know. Oh shit, he didn't make it with an 81. He's like still trying to cover every passageway. Um, the portcullis is up. There's a place you can lock it in place. Hazard. Assuming
Yes,
Fernando
yes,
gets
with the
up.
peg.
What do you want to do, Fernando?
Yeah. You said there's another like adjacent room.
No, it looks like corridors go out left, right, straight ahead.
Oh, quarter.
It's also
Okay,
pretty
so
dark in here, guys. It's very dim in here. The only light's coming from outside, and it's storming and raining.
So yeah, I'm gonna just aim down the right corridor with my rifle.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna watch down that corridor.
Pete hasn't noticed what's going on. More men are coming into the room. It's dark. Somebody says it's dark. Some of the Quinoat have lit torches. It looks like when they were on the causeway, and are bringing them in. So there is some light in here. Um,
Chief, which
you're not
way's the dead end?
You're not sure where he is. Oh wait, no, he'd be close to the front. Uh, um, he says
Well, since
he points forward. We go this way. Wait. I gotta check his map. He's looking around a little confused. What have they done? This is nothing like it was before. You hear him say. Yes. Okay. He's trying to gather his thoughts, and then he points towards the corridor where Callum, is it Callum?
Callum.
Where Callum Dempsey's walked over to one corridor, not like at it, but kind of in its vicinity, and he's aiming his gun down that corridor, and that's where the chief points. We go this way. He doesn't seem certain.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
And then
People start surging forward. Pete, you
I
notice
want
as
30 people down this path, 30 people down that path.
okay. You're splitting up everybody's head in different directions.
Don't want anybody sneaking up behind
We
us.
must get to the temple. That's what the we must get to the temple. That's the little high priest. Um, Pete's loading as he goes. You see him break his gun open. He starts pulling out used cartridges and replacing them as quick as he can. Uh, that the four who are you guys splitting up, or are you going to try to stay together as a group?
I'm going
That's
to
a good
want to
question.
stay near Hazard.
That is a
I'll
good
put. I'll
question.
stay there.
That's fine.
Hazards is staying in the chieftain's group.
As soon as you said that way, Pete was off. I mean, he's with that first group, so he went straight ahead.
Yeah.
Hazard's going straight ahead. You said with the chief, because Chief's like, we must go this way. Fernando's with Hazard. Dempsey,
Dempsey's staying with him.
you stay. So the investigators are staying pretty close together as best they can. Okay. Um, the corridor goes down about 30 feet, takes a right. These corridors are 10 feet wide, so these are wide corridors, 15 feet high. They're undressed stone. Um, it goes to the left and it opens into a room that has plain stone walls, floor and ceiling. This is a large room. The torchlight is that people, some of the Quinoat are carrying torches, is illuminating. You can see it's about 30 feet wide. This corridor opens in one corner, and then it's about 80 feet long, with archways. You haven't seen any doors inside yet. These are the first like entrances to other rooms you've seen. They're just archways. Two to the left, one to the right. Um, it looks like this one has plain stone walls, floor, and ceiling. Two rows of metal racks run almost the entire length of the room from east to west, from the far side to the near side, because it's long east to west. Um, they're parallel and about 6 feet apart, thus leaving a narrow passage between them. Hanging on the racks are large numbers of spears, tridents, and javelins. Around the walls, hanging on metal pegs, are nets, each of light rope with metal hooks attached at intervals. The five guys that got netted have been freed. They're back in with everybody else. There's two guys. Dempsey, make me a luck check.
Nope.
You got that one guy that started flipping out. He's with your group. Your newest crazy guy. The dude that fainted, you don't know where he is. He might have gotten left behind, or somebody might have picked him up. You don't see him. Um, so this looks like some kind of an armory. There's a couple of, like I said, when you come in, you headed south. You took a left, headed into this room. To the left, there's two doors, two entrances. To the right, there's one in a niche. And the chief is pointing towards the door, or the entrance, I'm going to say, because it's not a door. On the right, he's looking. Some of the Quinoat, they have guns, and they're like, it looks like they want to take some of these weapons, but they have rifles. So they're like,
I don't know which one.
yeah. I know. So anyway, so that's kind of happening on the side. Um, which way do you want to go, or what do you want to do, or do you want to try to explore side rooms? Do you want to? The chief is pointing towards that door on the right. Doorway. Sorry.
Nice. Okay, most of us are going this way. I need a group of 10 to stay in this room and just cover the other routes.
Okay, yeah. So, a few men are. Make me persuade, James. You're being
Persuade.
vague. You're not ordering to specific people. So, if you make the persuade, you get about 10 to stay. If you don't, then maybe 3 or 4 are the only ones who actually stay.
54.
Is
That's
it
a success.
Okay. Several kind of hang back. Mostly white guys. No, there's no Quinoat that hang back with them. One Quinoat hangs back.
He's holding the torch, right?
Yeah, he's holding the torch. Are you pushing on
Don't
the way
shoot
the chief?
friendlies.
Are you pushing on the way that the chief wants you to go?
Yes.
Also, James, make me a luck check, James.
A check.
Yeah.
I made a 70 out of 65. Damn.
You look around, you realize you don't have very many ghouls within your group. It looks like they went other directions.
Gotcha.
You do see Gwendolyn back there with her gun.
Nice.
Okay, so Dempsey and Jimenez, did either one of you want to like peek into these other areas, through these other archways or anything? Because people sort of paused when we came to this room, so you would have had a chance to look in these
Yeah.
other archways if you wanted, or just
Yeah.
continue moving on. Jimenez, how about you?
Yeah, I'll take a peek in a room.
First or the second room? Think about it for a second before you answer to see if
I'm
you
doing
both peek
first.
in the same one or if one of you goes to the other one. You said first, Sean, you think?
Yeah.
And I was thinking second.
Okay, yeah. You guys kind of break off for just a moment. You peek into these rooms so we can give some flavor text here. Um, uh, it looks like. Okay, so they're pretty much identical, except for there's slightly different sizes. It's of plain stone construction, placed around the floor in an orderly manner are a number of coils of rope, piles of animal hide, heaps of metal nails, hooks, buckles, together with some leather belts and straps. These look like storage rooms to you. Just on peeking in with what dim light you've got before everybody starts moving on, except for about 10 of your men, maybe. Um, the room to the south, or the next room over, is very large. Um, It is probably about 120 feet wide and about 60 or 70 feet deep. There appears to be, like, coming out from the south side of the room are walls, and there looks like there's three chambers there from the look at it that was added on. The huge area has floor, walls, and ceilings of plain dressed stone. A large number of coffers without lids are arranged around the walls of the room, though there are none near the northern wall west of the archway. Okay, there's none near the northern wall that you came in. Propped against the northern wall, approximately at its center, is a sledgehammer. Um, yeah, and then there appears to be three small rooms on the south side. Again, the chief looks a little confused. This obviously is not how it was before. Um, There are corridors to your right and left to exit the room. The chief is pointing to the right, and about this time you hear gunfire coming from that direction, but it sounds like it's coming back the way you came. But the noise is coming from that corridor on your left, where the chief is pointing.
All right. Same plan. I need you. Stay in this room while we go this way.
3 people this time?
Well, no, I'm doing that for 10 people.
10
So we're
people.
down
You're
to
going to run out of
20.
people. Yeah,
Yep.
pretty quickly here. All right. Fair
Yep.
enough.
It sounds like we're about to run into another group.
Um, Out that left
Reconfigure.
archway. So wait, let's just jot this down. So you left roughly 10, and you left, blah, 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 10. Okay.
And we're not counted in that number
No,
because I know we have
you guys
more
are
than-
extras. So is Cunningham. So is Graves, and all the rest. Um, that to the left, it runs into a corridor that is perpendicular to this room. So it's going north and south. The chief points down that corridor to the south. Again, it's all dressed stone. He's a little confused, but at the same time, he's obviously take charge and points down that way. And you guys start heading that way. You can hear gunfire, shouts behind you. Um, uh, like there's a fight. There's obviously a fight going on back there, but it doesn't last for very long. There's like a barrage of gunfire, and then that's all you hear.
Oh, what,
And
behind us with the people I just left?
no, behind you with the corridor, because you came out of this room and there was like a corridor going like this, and you took a right, so you're heading south. Back down that
Yeah.
corridor, which you haven't been to yet, but you had sent 10 men in this general direction. You heard a
Yeah.
burst of gunfire, screams, with yells, and then pretty much silence after that. So, something happened back there. You head down this
Is
long.
the chieftain pointing that direction?
No, other
To
direction.
go next?
He's wanting to go deeper in.
Okay, got you.
So he's going away from that gunfire. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Everybody's heading that way. It's a long corridor. It's definitely longer than the room you just left. It ends in an archway into a small room that is pretty plain. Um, is there any? Here we go. Plain dressed stone with archways leading north, east, and west. So there's the doorway you came in. It was in a corner. Right next to it, caddy corner to it, is another door on your right. And then diagonally across this 30 by 30 room, there is another. It's not these. I say doors, but I mean archways. You've seen no like doors inside. Is
Yeah.
another archway over in that corner. Stone bench runs along the far wall, the south wall. Set in the north wall, kind of to your left, next to the northbound archway, is a metal gate closing off another opening to the north. So it's another portcullis. To the east of the gate is a mechanism of wheel, chains, and various pulleys attached to the wall. Again, the chief looks around confused. This is not was not here before. You get the idea. You get the impression of. But he points to the caddy corner and to the caddy corner archway.
That's the one with the portcullis.
No, the portcullis is on the same wall you came in, but on the left
Oh,
side of the
okay.
room. So it's going
Okay.
back that direction.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Does everybody kind of follow what's going on?
Back towards the way we came from, but from a different route.
Yes. So may or may not be connected. It's impossible to tell unless you go in there. Yeah, that's marked. It's got the wheel. What do y'all want to do, or what's the plan? The chief is pointing towards that caddy corner one. So the across the room one.
Are we getting close to it, Chief?
We must get to the lowest, to the next one down. This is the way to
Okay.
the stairs.
Let's head that way.
Okay, yeah. You guys just pass through this room. Are you leaving anybody behind this time, James?
I want to.
Your force is getting kind of slim.
Well, yeah, we're starting to get too thin, so we're just
Yeah.
going to stick at 20.
Okay. This is a weird corridor. It goes.
I made sure to at least
Here, hold on a second.
keep one ghoul.
Let me make sure. Make a luck check to keep. Well, no, you've probably got a couple, but the bulk are gone.
Yes. Now, real quick, I thought her name was Winifred or something.
Is it? Did I say Gwendolyn? I bet it is Winifred.
Yes.
It is Winifred.
Okay.
Winifred Desmond. That was my mistake. I'm sorry.
Just making sure.
Okay. You go down this weird corridor. It goes out of the room, turns to the right, comes back, then turns to the right again, then turns to the left again, then turns to the right, and turns to the right again.
Does it feel like we're going down?
No, it feels like it's a weird, lots of corners and curves. And suddenly at the front, you see two more of these things, these yuggya or whatever they are. Wait, here's the thing. Well, that's okay. There's a lot of gunfire, so they're definitely going to hear.
Bang, 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 bang.
Yeah, there's been quite a bit of gunfire. There we go. Actually, okay, so what you see is a group of men coming your direction, wearing rags. Behind them are two of these. No, there's six of them. Six of these things. And they appear to have spears or javelins or something in their hands. And they're goading these people on. And the people are like, and they see the light, and everybody kind of stops. They had one torch with them. As the two groups come together, and since you're in this weird corridor, there's only about 20 feet where the people are who stop. Some of them are Quinoat, and some of them are white men. And then behind them are more of these things.
I want to shoot one of the things.
All right, so does Pete. Bang!
Hey, make your shots. Come out.
Boom, boom, boom. All right.
My guy's a shoot first, ask questions later kind
Okay,
of guy.
so Fernando is first. So let's go first with Fernando.
All right.
Make a roll. Give yourself a penalty die unless you don't care if you accidentally hit one of these people in the front.
I really just want to. All right, I'll give myself a penalty die.
All right. Give yourself roll that.
I rolled a 47, and then the penalty die made it a 30. Well, I rolled a 30 then for the penalty die.
It's still 47.
47.
So, is that a hit?
Yep, that's a hit.
Okay, roll me damage.
Regular success. So I said with my rifle, so 2d6 plus 1. 8 points of damage.
8. All right. You hit him. It actually hits him in the head, but it doesn't knock him down. And they're like, ah! Callum is next. I'm
I'm
assuming
gonna
that
take
you
the
guys are kind of close to the front.
Yeah,
The chief's up there. You guys are up there. You guys can all get shots. What do you want to do if you want
yeah.
to?
I'm gonna try to take a shot at the same one that Fernando just
Yeah,
shot.
make a roll. Take a penalty die if you don't want to hit any of the people in the front. If you don't care, just make the roll.
Well, either way, I'm gonna fail.
Oh, it's a fail either way. It's not
Yeah,
a crit fail, is it? I mean, it's not a
65.
65's fail.
Yeah,
Make me a luck check. We'll go that route. We'll make it hard for Sean. Did you make it?
I did. I rolled a 4.
You made it. Nice. Poof, you don't blow away.
Damn.
Boom. One of the guys in front's like, he's like, ah, as the bullet whizzes by his head. Pete Sutter. Pete is not taking the penalty die. He don't give a shit if he hits those people.
I can shoot my gun.
Woohoo! He rolled an 01. All right.
Damn.
So
it's
that's
dead.
an impale. It's definitely, one of them is definitely dead. We're just going to mark it off. There's no way that it's going to survive. 12 points plus.
Minimum.
Well,
Yeah,
it could
minimum
survive
of, like,
this.
15 damage.
Whoops, that's the wrong die. 12 points. Oh, he minned out. Yeah, 15 damage.
Damn. That's unlucky.
No, it's dead. It drops. So one of them is down. Pete says, "Get down, you idiots!" Hazard, you're up. They haven't dropped to the ground yet. So there's that.
Yep. I'll shoulder the other one. So I think I have to blow my turn to switch from because I did have my shotgun out, which would be really bad in a
Oh,
hostage
that'd be
situation.
really bad. You could just drop it
Yeah. So.
and pull your other gun out, and you could still get your shot off.
Oh, okay. We'll do that then.
Because you can draw on fire on your decks. And you get
Okay.
to add 50 to your decks if you've already got a gun in your hand ready to go.
Yeah. So this is just normal decks now since I had
we're
to
not
switch.
really dealing with that at this moment because you guys all go before the monsters do anyway. So
Got you.
yeah, everybody has good except for the
Oh, 94. Oh, wait. Sorry. That would have been
Did you take a penalty
better
die?
with the penalty. Shit. Yeah. The penalty die would have been better, though. That would have been 04.
Oh, that's too bad. Yes, you missed. Boom. But you were trying not to hit these people.
Yeah.
The people drop, actually. Oh, wait, no. Pete's got to make a persuade or an intimidate. What's he got here? Let's make him make a roll. His intimidate actually is terrible. His persuade is terrible. His charm is terrible. All right. Pete has a very little chance of these people listening. They're confused. They're scared. There's suddenly gunfire. So they haven't dropped. They're just milling around. Like, They don't, like, they want to run. They don't know what to do. They're obviously very frightened. And yeah, the Yuggyas, yeah, what they do is they separate out one of the javelins. They obviously have more than one, and they chuck some javelins. Only 3 of them can throw things. But that's going to be at, everybody that's shot has a chance of having a javelin thrown at them. So you each have a 1 in 4 chance. And again, we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and Pete will be number 4. Hazard, a javelin comes flying at you.
Now, is that slow enough to use a dodge check?
You can dive for cover,
Regular?
but that's going to get rid of your next action, your next round's action. So, do you want to or not? Oh, it's going to hit you. By the way, I rolled a successful hit, so I can tell you that right now. You really should. I should have. No, I shouldn't have told you. I should have made you decide before you knew if you were going to get hit or not.
No, that's fine. If we want to go that route, I was thinking of not dodging this.
Okay, so it hits you. Javelin.
But I should have dodged it.
Ah, fuck! I don't have javelin written down. Hold on. I wrote down the weapons, but I didn't write them all down, unfortunately. We're just going to call it a D4 plus 1. Javelins don't have a lot of weight to them. 2 points of damage. Wait, they do have a damage bonus, but it's halved when they throw shit. Okay. 5 points of damage.
5 points of damage. That is half. So do I need to make a roll?
Yes. If it's half your hit points, you should make a roll to see if it's a con check. Make sure that you can regain, that you stay conscious, because you get hit in the gut or someplace.
31. That's good.
A success. All right. You don't pass out.
Not a hard though.
Second one is going for Fernando. Do you want to duck for cover, Fernando, as this javelin flies towards you?
Yeah.
Okay, make me a dodge check.
59.
Is that a success?
It's just no, it's just a fail.
Okay, I missed anyway. Make me a luck check.
All right.
We're going to let you make the luck check for this. And the third one,
11 is a success.
it doesn't hit anybody behind you. Where the hell did my D4 go? There it is, hidden. The third one goes for Pete. Oh no, Pete ain't dodging. 84. That's a big old miss. All right, and we'll do Pete's luck. But one of the other men behind him was like, "Oh, I've been hit." Pete's like, "Suck it up." Okay, so that guy took 7 points of damage. That's just one of your general mercenaries, and he's like, "Oh!" and he falls to the ground. So he passed out. So you're down another soldier.
We're down to 19 whiteys.
And now, top of the round is Fernando. Did you dove for cover though, didn't you, Fernando?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so we're Calum. You're the top of the round.
All right, Callum's going to take another shot.
Okay.
We'll attempt to not hit anyone that came in with us. So.
Okay. Right now,
Penalty
you guys are
die.
the only ones who are shooting. Others are trying to get a clear shot. How'd you do, Calum?
Okay.
Take a penalty die.
44. Yeah, okay. Penalty die would be a fail then. 74.
Okay. Boom, you miss. They're still milling around. They're like, being a total hazard and being in the way.
That's me.
Yeah, it is. Pete's got a gun in his hand. He just blazes away. He got a hard success. That's not an impale. So he does regular damage this time of 6 points. Wings one of them. Oh wait. Yeah. 52. Oh yeah, he actually didn't hit any of the hostage or the slaves. Hazard, you're up.
Nice.
Oh, Pete yells for him to
they've
get
had
down
their
again.
chance to duck now.
Pete says, "Get out,
Get
you
down!"
idiots!" No, and nothing happens. And you yell to get down. Give me a
Yeah,
persuade.
this will be the persuade.
Yeah, give me a persuade.
50. That's a success.
That's a success. Okay. They finally get down. You don't have to give yourself a penalty die anymore.
And then blam! Let's do something. Nice! 19.
Is that an
I don't
extreme?
think it's in
Okay.
fail.
So roll me damage.
No. Too high. The big boy. I gotta reload after this though.
Oh, there's Pete's. Okay.
All right. That's 10, 15 damage.
Is this a okay? I'm gonna call that a brand new
Elephant
guy.
gun.
Boom! That's the elephant gun.
Yeah.
Okay.
The first one blew a chunk out of the wall.
Yeah, it did. All right. More gunfire comes from behind you as people are trying to shoot. Yeah, boom, boom, boom. So each of you go ahead and make me a roll. We're going to say 3 more people can get shots in, either near you or past you or somehow.
I got a 36.
That's a hit.
10.
10 is an impale.
What'd you get, Aaron?
Aaron?
46.
That's a hit. We're just going to call it... okay,
Some good
impale.
mercenaries.
Yeah, I don't have the list of all the guns damage.
I can pull it up real quick for you.
It's not that important. Every roll me D10 plus 2 for damage except for Caleb. You're going to get 12 plus D10 plus 2 for the impale from
Four.
rando white guy or possibly Quinoat. No, these are the white people because there's more white people in the front because they're better shots in this case.
I rolled a 10. So
22
22
points of damage. All right, that one's gone. Uh, the head's like splatters against that far wall where it turns. You can see, James, how much damage do you do?
4 total.
4
I rolled
total. 1, 2. There's 3 left. Here, we'll randomize to see who's hit. This is kind of crazy gunfire. That guy's still alive. Fernando, how much damage did you do?
3 total.
3 total.
Had to show me up, Aaron.
Looks confused, like he doesn't know if he's been hit or not, because it's like barely takes anything off of him. And then they're chucking javelins again. Yeah, they're gonna do one more round of chucking. So they're still aiming for the front ranks. We can roll all this at once except for the damage. So the first chuck is heading for Hazard.
Real quick, too.
Quick.
I don't see javelin.
No real quicks.
Okay.
So that's okay.
I'll dodge.
There's another for you. You're ducking for cover. You just throw yourself to the ground, right?
Yeah. No, I'm I'm jumping to the side.
Yeah, go ahead.
F this. 22. That is
success.
Hard. Yes.
Yeah. You throw yourself to the ground. The javelin flies past. Give me a luck check. Let's see if it hits some rando.
My luck's pretty high. I just keep failing it. There we are. 24.
Is that success? Yeah. It flies real high. And smashes against the far wall. Javelin number 2 heads for Pete. Oh no! It hits him. He takes a whopping, Jesus, 7 points of damage. Good lord, these guys hit hard.
Damn.
Hit points. 7 is over half. Let's see if Pete swoons. 05. Pete is like, you son of a bitch. He starts cursing. You all feel your ears turn red. This is language that is not heard outside of a whorehouse or by sailors. It is awful, awful, awful. And the last one is going towards Dempsey. Do you want to try to...
No, he will not.
You're taking it? Okay, so it hits you. I rolled a 20. And damage is... Wow. Oh, shoot. Pete did not take that much damage. I forgot to have the bonus. James, how many points did you take?
5.
Okay, knock it down to 4.
When I got hit?
Knock it down to 4, because I forgot
4?
their damage bonus is halved for throwing these things.
Gotcha. Okay.
So that was too much this round. And Pete took 1 less point of damage as well. So he didn't technically have to make the con check. Dempsey, you took 6 points total. Is that more than half your hit points?
No.
Okay. Oh, it hurts, but you don't go. You're not down. Fernando, you can act this round.
I'm shooting.
You have to get up first, unless you want to lay there and shoot.
Yeah, I'll get up and shoot.
Okay, you get up, level your gun. That's actually going to put you probably... Oh, Caleb's on the ground, but he can't do anything this round. No, you didn't dodge. Yeah, Caleb, you're actually top of the round. Fernando, you're going to come after Caleb, Pete, and Hazard. And then you'll go.
Okay.
Because they've got guns.
2 rounds ago.
He lost all of his actions last round.
Oh, lost all? Okay.
Yeah, you lose all your actions the following round. All you can do is duck for cover, and then everything after the next round you
And you don't get to go again.
Right.
Yeah,
so he's getting up, and now he's aiming and shooting.
Yeah,
take the shot.
I'm just aiming.
There's 3 of them. All of them appear to be bloodied.
All right.
You got a choice, or you just shoot one.
One in the middle.
Sure, okay. There's a lot of gun smoke starting to fill up this hallway, too. Go ahead, make a roll.
Just made it with a 60.
That's a hit. Roll me damage.
Yeah. 2... 6... 10 points.
All right. Oh, he looks badly injured, but does not fall. Pete. Pete will shoot randomly. He's going to pick the first one, the one on the left, whatever. He is cursing and cursing. He got a regular hit for a whopping 8 points of damage. Oh, that guy falls. So that one goes down. Caleb, you think that might be the first one that you were shooting. And then Hazard, and then we're at Fernando. So Hazard, wait, did you duck last round?
Yes, yes. So
Okay, so
I
you get
missed
nothing
turn.
this round. So Fernando, you're up. You stand up, level your gun, and fire if you want.
And I missed.
You missed. There's a loud ricochet. Oh wait, gunfire from the people behind you. Each of you can make a roll. 3 of them managed to get their barrels pointing the right way.
21.
34.
34,
I like
21, both
just rolling
hits.
these 20s.
84.
84 is a miss. There's a misfire in the back.
Hit.
Oh, sorry. Each of you roll me a d10, add 2, and tell me what your damage is. There's only two left standing,
Oh,
so
there we are. 8 for one.
12.
Damn.
that one is still up. The last one is still up. On his round, he turns. So what you got? You're in this long
Runs.
corridor, right? And there's an archway there's like the corridor also. Okay, it breaks to the left. It also goes straight. They were coming around the area that came straight, and then there's a corner. They were right there in the corner. The last one standing turns to his right and disappears, runs away. Um,
Are we going turn by turn still?
No, we're not going to go turn by turn. So if you want to break now, we're technically out of combat. If you want to break now, you can. What? Hazard's just trying to get up off the floor at this juncture,
Yeah.
right? So
Someone shoot at him.
Pete goes, "Woo! We got a runner, boys!" And he just starts booking it down the corridor. Make me a persuade. Hazard, somebody get him. You yelled, "Somebody get him." We'll see if that's successful. That means a bunch of other men are like, "Yeehaw!" and they're chasing him too.
Oh, I'm rolling
Yeah,
for
roll
that?
me persuade just to see if you convince these guys. Go get him. Get him. Get him.
37.
37
That's
success.
a yes, but I
Okay.
just wanted like one guy to turn the corner and try to pick him off.
Pete's like gonna run. What about Dempsey? Dempsey's bleeding. He's got a freaking javelin sticking in him. I think.
I would.
Yeah.
I want to do I guess a
in my
medicine
gut.
check.
You could do first aid. You need to do first aid first.
First aid. Okay.
Stop the bleeding and that kind of stuff. Then if medicine is a little longer range, but you can do one maybe. But if that's gonna take time, you want to sew it up or whatever.
Yeah.
How'd you do
Oh
first
God,
aid?
no!
No, you failed. Doing it on yourself also requires a penalty. Did you crit fail?
I rolled 100%.
You're like, I gotta get this out of me. You panic, okay? And you're like, "Ugh!" So you do another point of damage to yourself, and you're like, oh God! And you collapse in the corridor. You don't lose consciousness, but you're in a great deal of pain. Somebody roll me a 4-sided die. James, roll me a 4-sided.
Oh, I'd say I rolled a 4.
All right, I'll take the 4. Four men
All right.
four men break. 3 white guys and a Quinoat are all running down the corridor. The white guys behind Pete Sutter are screaming like, "Get him! Get him!" The Quinoat goes, "Whoa!" and just like wails, makes this wailing noise that's also got like a gurgle in it that's weird. You've never heard anybody yell like that, like, "Oh!" Dempsey's on the ground. There's a lot of blood around him, it seems like. Who else actually got hit? Hazard got hit too, right? So, yeah, you've got a lot of blood on you. Graves is heading for you.
Shit.
Others are moving forward, but not like sprinting like Pete and the others. Okay.
Gotta go the right way.
Caleb,
Guys, come back.
give me a luck check, Caleb. How'd you do? No, damn it. Okay. You don't hear immediate gunfire. So wherever this guy ran to, they haven't caught him yet. They're trying to chase him down, obviously.
This place is a maze.
It does actually. You are a little confused about where you are right now.
Oh God, yeah.
What generally happens? here at this juncture with this group, besides the runners that are going after this guy?
I'll
Just
shout one
just
more time to
just in
come
general, no.
back.
What is happening? Do you are the chief is
Oh,
like, we must go the way they're going. He tells
oh,
you,
then hell, let's run that way.
you should have wait. Uh, um, he gestures one of the shamans to come forward, and that shaman examines you, James, and very carefully twists out the javelin out of your wound, and it's gonna take it's gonna take like 23 seconds, and dresses your wound so you can get 1 hit point back. Sean, they point at you as he points at you next,
Hmm.
and the shaman comes over to where you're just regaining your composure from the intense pain of this javelin pulling it out in a
Okay.
bad way. And he starts to look over your wound to try to see if he can give you to stop the bleeding. He does, and you get 1 hit point back. He
Hmm.
so the moving forward has slowed. People are moving past you though. The
Yeah.
chief is moving up with your men. Um, um, it takes a minute for you to regain your composure. Kind of like, oh shit, that hurts like hell. Um, but you can continue
Stay a
on
tiny bit further back.
as a group. Yeah, yeah. You guys were pretty close to the front. You
Oh
were
yeah.
all good shots though, so it's probably a good thing you were there. There's also all these people. There's these people in rags, and some of them are crying, and they're like, "Help us! Help us!" Yeah, they appear to be have like let's see, what do they got on them? Um, they are shackled at the ankles with a short length of chain. They wear metal collars that are all this is made of bronze. It looks like, um, uh, and rags basically. Um, so yeah,
Quickly. You can wait here and we'll be back, or you can go the way we were coming from and try to make your way out that way.
perhaps we should
We
leave
have
them
a
a
lot
torch,
more.
sir.
Yes. And we have a lot more gunmen in the cabins. Just
They appear to be pretty shell shocked. They're not in a good place mentally.
if you
Um,
do leave, stay together.
um, yeah, yeah. So you guys can
That's the
press
wrong
on.
accent.
One of the Quinoat puts down a torch by them. One of them grabs you, Hazard, as you after you tell them this. It's like, you can't leave us here. You have to get us out of here. We've been prisoners for months. Help us, please.
Uh,
This
we're
guy's like,
going deeper. So if you'd
no,
like to
send
follow
someone to
us,
take us out. He's trying to convince you to send somebody to escort them out.
yeah, I see.
Please, please.
Yes,
He's
you
begging.
five right there.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
And teaching if we could have a Quinoat go with them to guide them out.
He points out one of them points at the torch. The Quinoat looks really pissed. Like, he doesn't want to be a torchbearer and go back. He wants to go on. Um,
Everybody else, let's go.
but yeah, so they're getting ready. They're going to try to organize these people. Some of the Quinoat are talking to the Quinoat slaves. You've not seen any sign of the women and children in a while. They might have left them back towards the entrance.
Yeah.
You're not sure
Oh shit!
exactly.
They came across the bridge though.
Oh yeah, yeah. Everybody's coming in. This is a whole. This is do or die for these people.
Yeah.
It seems like. So you would have noticed that. Um, yeah, you guys can move on. You run into Pete and his men, his four guys, almost immediately, and Pete goes, "It got dark." He just shakes his
It,
head.
it does when you don't have a torch.
We
Yes.
we we forgot. Yeah. Okay. Oh. Pete got one of them too. We're gonna have
Pete, if you want to get looked at by one
yeah,
of the
one of the
shamans,
shamans will look at him, and yeah, he gets a point back as well. Stops the bleeding. Pete was running, trailing a fucking javelin. It was like hanging off him. He was just running. His adrenaline levels must be
Crazy
like
man.
through the roof. So what happens is this corridor, um, where it turned left, you pass a tunnel on the left before you get to the corridor where it turns left. It then turns back right after only about 30 feet and opens into a large unfinished room. Um, it um, It opens in the southeast corner of a quite a large area. This one again is like 80, 90 feet across and about 60 feet, 50, 60 feet deep. Um, Plain stone construction. Quite near you, a rectangular area within the room proper has been built up at two sides of its perimeter with stone walls, topped with rails carved from stone like balcony rails, rising some 4 feet from the floor. A third side, furthest from you, the western balcony wall, is only partially built with bricks of unsmooth stone rising irregularly a few inches above the floor. Within that area, stairs lead downward. And then they're heading back towards what you think is the way you came. You know what I mean? But down.
But down, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
This isn't here. Most of the wall is dressed stone, as all the ceiling. However, the west wall of the room is entirely rough, um, as is the western half of the north wall. And so that area is obviously unfinished. Whatever work they've been doing down here, they're not done with it yet. Um, but the chief is pointing down the steps.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, we definitely be heading that way.
So you go down the stairs to the second level. This opens into a large hall. You find yourselves in a large open area of plain dressed stone construction. There are stone pillars from floor to ceiling, two each on your left and your right. You don't see anybody in here. Um, there are archways to the left and right, and then straight ahead at the bottom of the steps, about 20 feet from the end of the bottom of the steps, the corridor just goes. And the chief's indicating that's the way to go, that corridor. So yeah, we're going.
Head out.
It goes up, same as on your map here, same as on your map, to a T intersection. The chief points to the left, where it goes, and it kind of makes this weird, like this. The corridor goes in that, and then you come to another T intersection that goes off in the darkness in either direction, and you're heading to the right there. Down a little ways that you're guessing is about how far you came when you were doing this, and there's doors on the left side. Um, that's the wrong place. Here we go. Um, uh, it looks like a pair of bronze doors. You don't see any hinges. You're assuming they open into whatever room this is. And the chieftain, Waken, says, "This is the temple. This is the temple. But there might be more of them inside." And your group
Going
is
prepared.
kind of stopped. Everybody is prepared. Pete's reloaded. Everybody is got guns ready. And one of them
All right.
escaped, Pete says. He got away. So that's bad.
Oh. Let's be ready.
Okay, so you're pushing forward into this room. Is that correct?
Yeah.
All right, you've entered a large area. The walls and floor are tiled in gray. The ceiling is white tiled. White tiled pillars, looks like half dozen of them, three on either side, support the ceiling and run down the length of the area on either side of the center. Emblazoned in white on the walls are weird symbols and runes. The ceiling is about 30 feet high. Um, you haven't made much noise coming in, and you can see that it looks like at the other end of the room there is some kind of an altar. Um, let's see. Yeah, around it are four yuggya. You recognize them. Now they are
Really wanting a bead,
60,
don't they?
80. They're about 90 feet away. They're across the room. So that's 30 yards. So keep that in mind in case you're using pistols like Pete was. He's like, God damn it. They appear to be, let's see. Yeah, there's a solid block of white marble, centrally placed. You can make out archways at the very end on left and right, again, leading into some kind of tunnels. And, what are they doing? There are four figures You can't really tell. They're standing with bowed heads, emitting low droning sounds, kind of like that. Um, uh, Around the altar, facing away from you. So, uh,
They
everybody
haven't
has
turned
guns ready.
around?
No, no, no. You guys push the doors open, but it's not like you crashed into this place. You know what I mean?
All right.
Every- the men have moved slowly in, and everybody just starts shooting. Okay, so take your
Well,
shots,
no,
boys.
say I wanna move behind a pillar and then start shooting.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You could do that. That's easy to do. Um, yeah. Let's see. Right there in the center. There it is. Right there. That's the room. You came in this door.
Nice.
So just to give you an idea. Yeah. If you have, you see Pete curses and he holsters his gun, so he doesn't get to go as quick because he's gonna holster. No, he's gonna holster and get a rifle out.
Yeah.
Because it's way too far to just shoot. Go ahead, Fernando. Make me a roll. Pick me one. One
Bang,
through
bang, bang,
four.
bang, bang.
2.
Oh, number two. Okay.
I say, well, I just called out a number, so
Yeah, that's fine. I gotta
That's
find
fine.
these people.
72 is a miss.
No.
Oh.
Okay. Bang. So Fernando's first shot is a miss. That bodes ill for the entire fight. Caleb, you have a rifle in hand, right?
I do.
You could take a
I-
shot. This
I
round they
rolled
get to
random
do
and I got it.
nothing.
I rolled random and I got a 2, so
Yeah.
I'm aiming for the same one.
Yeah, we're gonna say that from left. They're from left to right. 1, 2, 3, 4. How about that?
That is a 15, so that makes it a hard.
Hard success is regular damage. On number 2.
15.
15. Okay. You see like the hood that it's wearing kind of indents right in the back of the head, and you see a spray come from the front as she flies forward and crashes onto the altar. Scotty Arbitas. It is an animated Cartiad College. It gives Fernando a hug, a death hug. No, no, no. Those aren't Cartiad. Those are regular pillars. Yeah, she did. Whoever you just shot in the back of the head is down. We're going to call this one that. This is what I'm trying to find right over here. Pete is switching up weapons to get a rifle out this round because he prefers his pistols. Hazard. This is all the surprise round. They
Bow.
get no actions this round, by the way, guys. Make a roll. Do you have a
Number
particular
3.
Number 3? Okay. That's the third from the left.
And we get a 55. That is, I think, my thing. Yes.
Is that a
so
hit?
barely gets it.
Yeah, roll me damage. Caleb just killed one with long arms with a shot. It looks like.
That
Is
is 12
12.
damage.
Damn, that's solid too. You bravely shoot him in the back.
Yes.
But it does
So
not
brave.
fall.
These are the bad guys.
Your men have guns. We're going to go
bad.
ahead and do 3 shots from the group. Actually, we'll do 4. I'll do 1 as well. Because you guys kind of fanned out a little, and then a bunch of people open fire.
73.
Oh, God, Sean. And they're going to pick random targets. So roll a d4, and that's the number that you're shooting at. Except for, we're going to say, not number 2. If you roll a number 2, re-roll. Because that person has gone down real fast. 73 is a miss, yeah. Sean,
11 on 1.
Caleb, that is
Nice.
not an impale, but it is damage. What's the hazard? What's the hazard repeater? We'll give him a hazard repeater there, James. What's
Hazard
the-
repeater, 2d6 plus 3.
There you go, Sean. 2d6 plus 3. On
That's what
number
I got.
1, you said? Number 1?
Yep.
Okay.
15.
Jesus, okay. Down she goes. You hear somebody go, oh, if knew I could shoot. Fernando, Aaron, how did you do?
I rolled a 12 on number 3.
Good Lord. Yeah, roll me damage.
Yeah, you said 2d6.
Yeah, we'll just do
So-
2d6 plus 2 or 3.
3.
It's going to be comparable no matter what kind of gun you
Okay,
got.
then it's
I
10.
imagine this like a
10?
musket
That
volley.
one is down. This was all pretty simultaneous. This guy's shooting at number 4. Holy crap. And I rolled a 98. What's the hazard repeater? Malf, is it 100?
2d6 plus 3.
No, what's its malfunction?
Oh,
Is it 0,
oh,
0? It's probably 0, 0. Or might
it
be
is 0, 0.
99.
Oh, wait,
Okay.
no, it's 98. 98.
98. Okay.
Oh,
There's a click as his gun has jammed because the repeater is jammable. Scody says, just dropping in to say hi. Hey, boys. All
what
right.
up,
So
Scody?
3 of these people are down. One is definitely dead. I mean, back of the head. The other 2, you're not so sure. There's 1 remaining. And we're going to go from the top of the round. That was like surprise round. So I need to check something here real quick. Make sure I'm not screwing my yuggya up. What's their dex? No, their dex sucks. Okay, so I'm not screwing them over at all. So yeah. So top of the round, Fernando.
Yeah,
Wait,
okay,
if you're
take my shot.
firing, if you're not firing, then you'll be knocked down. You're taking another shot?
Yeah, I'm shooting.
You got a repeating rifle, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm keeping track of how many rounds I shot.
No, that's fine. As long as it's a
right.
repeater, because otherwise you got to stop and reload, and that takes rounds. Go ahead.
The
Make a roll.
the
Number 4.
ammo part is the repeater, right? It says it's an ammo is 16.
If it says 1 shot per round, then it's a repeater.
Yes.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, you've got a repeater. If
All
it
right.
says like 1/3, then that means you've got something you got to break open in order to repeat to reload. Like the Sharp's Big 30 requires a couple rounds to get another bullet in.
Oh yeah, okay.
So go ahead, make me a roll.
71. I can't hit for shit.
Fernando misses again. No. Calum, are you shooting?
Callum is
I am
taking the
not.
shot.
Callum, sorry. Dempsey. I just need to call you Dempsey.
5.
That's an impale. So
Nice.
15. Right, it's 2d6 plus 3 for that gun.
Yep.
2
Yeah.
plus 2d6 plus 3.
Oh, boy, that's a lot of damage.
That is a lot of damage.
25.
So, all right. So we're gonna retro in that she gets to do one thing before she goes down. She turns around to face you, and then you put one right between her eyes, and she's dead. These are more yuggya, obviously. More men are like, "Oh, I didn't get to shoot," and others are moving in the room, and they're like, a couple of them go up and they start nudging
God
him.
damn it, I didn't get to shoot him.
Yeah, Pete's got his rifle. He's like, "Son of a bitch!" He starts cursing again. And then Hazard, you and Pete feel yourself get like shoved as the high priest, comes in. He just pushes his way past you and heads in. The other priests shoulder their way up to the front as well. And actually, Winifred also moves up to the dead ones and is apparently checking to make sure.
Yeah, I was about
dead.
to say, let's go check that out.
Some of the men are up there poking them with their rifles as well. Hazard, there's something on the altar. It looks like a little figurine. It is pretty.
Looks about this big.
Yeah, it's ugly, man. It looks like it's about a 19-inch high figurine of a gray-green jade depicting a nightmarish chimeric monster, part lizard, part anemone, part starfish, inscribed with unknown symbols. It looks something like that.
Ew.
Yeah. It's sitting atop the altar. The high priest stops when he sees it. He's like, and he starts saying something to the other priests in their own language, and they start jabbering to the other Quinoat.
I want to flag down Pete.
Oh boy. Yeah. They're dragging the bodies out of the way. Some of the Quinoat are, by the way.
Pete.
What? He's pouting.
Is this too boring for you?
He didn't get to
Do you
shoot
need more
anybody.
action?
Maybe.
This. And I'm holding it like this so it can't even be seen.
Yeah. So you're kind of like this. Yeah.
Yeah, holding it.
You're showing Pete the thing, but nobody else can really easily see it. Everybody's starting to move. All your guys are moving in. Like everybody is getting into this room.
Needs to touch that figurine.
They clutch. Oh, I'll take up there and touch it.
Just be careful to get away as soon as you can.
Why?
Because it's supposed to make it very exciting in that local area. Possibly.
Make it very exciting, like at
Okay,
a,
wait, wait, shh.
atomically excited,
No, 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 not
like
that big.
it'll explode.
Possibly.
Give me that damn thing. Does Pete have anything in throw?
That's what I was
As
wondering.
if you don't think you can get it over there, just let me do.
Here you go.
Okay.
Unless you can put it on a bullet.
Yeah. I'm going to go.
The
Oh, what
priests
is?
are right now. They've moved back from the altar and they're discussing something in their own language, and they keep looking
Oh,
at that thing. So they're not like right
on the
next to it
altar.
at this juncture. The bodies have been pulled away. One of your men faints again.
Gotcha.
Uh, you know. Uh,
Do you? Okay. I don't want you to post that whole picture, and finding just the room would be a little difficult.
yeah.
Is there a pillar I could stand behind, not to be seen, while I toss it?
There's a lot of confusion in here. So, but the nearest pillar is about 40 feet away. You can throw things
Ooh, that's too
effectively.
far.
I'm gonna have to look that up actually, real quick. I think it's your strength
Is
times
it?
3 in yards, and that was 40 feet.
Yeah,
So that's roughly
I think
11
it's
or 12
strength
yards.
divided by 5.
It might be. Let me look up
My strength
throw.
is 11, though. So that if
That's
that
in
is the
yards
ruling,
throw. Strength divided by 5 in yards. So 11 yards would still be uh,
too
33
far.
feet. Yeah, it's a little too far to hide behind a pillar and do it. Now, there are 2 archways. One is on either side, and those are within about 20 feet of this thing. Maybe 25 feet. So that's still under 33 feet that you could throw it without any problems. And right now, nobody's near it. The priests are conferring. Others in pretty much all your remaining men in Quinoat have moved into the room. Wakan is talking to one of his men and giving orders.
Mhm.
He hasn't turned back to you yet. He's not dealing with you. There's just a lot of confusion in the room right now. Um, Let me
So
hold
I
on.
could probably throw it from the hallway, from one of the other
You could
arches. You said.
it will be within range from those. You know what I mean? So you have just a straight roll to see if you could hit it. There's no minuses. There's no
Okay,
penalty dice
nice.
at that distance because you said 33, or it's 30. You can throw 33 feet. It's roughly
I can throw
25,
33. Yeah.
right? And still like try to actually hit something. Um,
Yeah.
you give me a spot hidden real quick.
32. So yes, success. Sorry.
32 is the spot hidden success. Yes, Winifred has caught your eye, and she's like, and she looks at the thing, and she looks at you.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's happened. You notice that.
I'm. I want
Oh,
Pete to
oh,
come with me.
one thing that did
Greg should come, I
happen
guess, too.
that I'm gonna retro in is that
Yeah.
uh, you gunned down these nasty things. They fell to the ground, and there's a noise like babies crying. And some of the men that went up to examine found they had these bundles, and each of the bundles had a baby in it. And you notice they had knives in the other hand.
Ah,
You couldn't see this before because they had their backs to you, but it was like,
gotcha.
and they've been down really fast. Um, None of the babies I'm going to
Guys,
say.
we need to get these babies out of here.
Line of the
What?
night. We need to get these babies out of here.
What?
So anyway, you don't know where these babies came from,
Immediately.
but yeah. Um, I'm trying to see if there's anything about these. Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute. Nothing for them.
Oh,
Hey,
Hold on just a
I
sec,
rolled
sorry.
an O2 for a spot hidden to see if I noticed Hazard and that snake lady share a glance or something.
You do notice that. You have no. You're not quite sure what that's
I
about.
don't know the context of it.
No.
I didn't hear him talk about this rock. I don't know
Right.
what's going on here.
oh, that's too good.
Yeah, it is.
I love it.
Okay, that's her. Okay, hold on. Let me check something real quick.
I'm doing good for skill checks, except for my shooting. Damn.
Sorry about this, everybody. I need to check some of these rooms and see if there's anybody in them.
I need to level up my slingshot skill. It would have been handy here.
Do you want to send men down these other side corridors? You did pass. Okay, I'm gonna retro another
Wait,
thing.
yeah,
Hold
we're
on.
at.
You did
Temple,
pass
so.
another corridor to the left before you got to these doors. There are archways that go back, and then they turn back down towards the first one you went into. Here, this is fine. See what I'm talking about? You guys came. Yeah, you came from here.
Yep.
You saw this corridor. You have an indication that this corridor turns. So you kind of have an idea this is all connected.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You don't know what's back there, but do you want people to investigate?
Yeah, I would, just to be safe than sorry.
Okay, how many do you send?
5 guys each.
Okay,
each
5
tunnel.
guys each tunnel. Okay, that works. I'm just trying to keep track of what my numbers are.
All the people.
Yeah, okay.
I tell them to just go check out the next room, and
Okay, they head out.
then come back.
Okay, so yeah, okay.
And then
you
I
got
guys
the
other
soapstone.
4
Fernando
guys grab
noticed
those
it.
babies.
4 grab the babies. Just for shits and giggles, somebody shoves a baby into Pete Sutter's arms.
And then
what the hell?
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go this way with the right or left team to check out that door. And when they're opening the door and going in, I want to chuck the bead.
It's not doors; they're just archways.
And
there's an archway
sorry,
on the other
archway.
side, so there's no closing things for these. But yeah.
Gotcha. And I want to throw a bead while I have them look in the tunnels.
Okay, yeah.
Either way.
Make me a throw check.
Oh.
There's a lot of confusion in this.
Throw roll.
Yeah.
And the babies are out of the way, right?
Yeah, babies have been moved back. Some of these gunfighters have babies, and people look confused, and they're just like, "What is happening?"
What he yelled?
This is the big
missed
one.
what he yelled.
Who?
Hazard.
Sorry?
He's sending people down these other corridors, and he's going with one of the groups.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't think
I
he
thought
yelled
he was
anything.
yelling something as he chucked the bead.
We're just checking and coming back.
And then he
Okay.
turns and he's like,
Yeah,
As
when I'm
subtly
out of
as he
sight of
can.
everybody, and then they're looking.
"Oh, what's that over there?" Okay.
Come on.
You got-
26
Is that
out
success?
of 50.
You did put points in it. Awesome. Okay. You kind of give it a little chuck. Do you kind of watch to see what happens, or do you just chuck it and just go like you don't care? What's the call here?
I'm gonna chuck it and then step into the thing with them. Do y'all see anything?
So you just kind of throw and
And
walk
that's
away.
what I
Right?
say,
You don't
yeah.
even want to see what happens, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
No.
Callum, Dempsey, and Jimenez can each make me a spot hidden. Pete's busy with the baby.
Oh, there I go. Yep.
Missed it by 1.
Okay, you just aren't really. What are babies
So
doing
smelly.
here? This probably
Actually,
goes through
I-
Dempsey's head.
I
Where
made
did
a
these
hard
babies come from?
success.
Hard success, Fernando.
Hard
So
success.
you see, Hazard is like, we're gonna check these out, and then he goes. And then something comes flying out of the corridor. It hits that figurine, that statuette, and there's an explosion. And it's not like a piece of dynamite or anything, but it's like just a flash and a poof. Everybody is startled. People turn. Pete almost drops the baby.
What was that? I actually do say that.
There's a flash. There's no shrapnel apparently, and there's smoke. The bodies on the ground just melt, they're bleh. You know what I mean? They've been slowly kind of going, but they're just bleh, and there's nothing left but this stench and this stain. It's actually like a liquid comes out. Did you ever see Buck Rogers? Not Buck Rogers. Flash Gordon, where they kill that lady, and this black liquid just starts going out from around her. Not the lady. The dude with the mask gets killed at after he's dead, this liquid just pours out like he was made of liquid. He just like goes, and it just black liquid comes out. But this is more like jellyfish. Like if you pierce a jellyfish, it would be what they leak. And they're just gone. Everyone is startled. Um, Sean, you weren't ready for it. Make me a sanity check to see if you accidentally scream or discharge your weapon, whatever you decide is a reaction because you weren't expecting this explosion. Did you fail?
He probably going to turn and fire.
You okay? Yeah, boom! Right where the explosion was. Yeah, okay. There's nothing there. It's up to you whether you noticed the statuette before. It's a good sized. It's like this big. It's made. It looked like it's made of jade, maybe. So
Actually, I'd overheard that, so I probably would have been looking. I had overheard the statuette.
Yeah, you just weren't looking at the moment the shit happened.
Okay.
Is all. You were like babies. Boom. Several other men. Guns are discharged. Dempsey, make me a luck check. We'll see if anybody's inadvertently injured. Chief's
Oh,
dead.
yeah. 98.
98. Ah, son of a bitch! You shot me, Clem. Oh, sorry, Jim. Um, yeah, and then if you want, James, are you going with them? They're going to take peeks in these rooms. Well, they were gonna, but as they come around the corner, there's another one of these creatures in a robe, like these others that were there. You got 6 men, and it looks like she's heading the other way, and she looks over her corner. Okay, yeah. All right. Yeah. Everybody, make me rolls. Everybody can shoot. So James and 5 others. So Dempsey and Fernando, you can each make me 2 rolls, and I'll make the odd roll. No, each of you can make a bonus roll.
6.
6. That is an impale. Okay. Yeah, she's definitely going to be
I did
dead.
16 damage.
All right. So yeah, there's a hail of gunfire down this 10-foot wide corridor as she turns to run, and she's just riddled. We can roll to see how many hits there are. Yeah. Oh shit! I need that die. Oh no! Where could it go? There it is.
She getting hit with the Hazard 77. I take it.
Your guy can have a Spencer type gun. It's a one shot, and then it takes him a while to reload, but still, boom. Hazard shotter. How many other? Make me another. Each of you make me another roll for your second. Jimenez, make me 2 rolls. I'm just curious how many bullets actually hit her.
I rolled 68. a 55 for my first one and that's a 33 for my second one.
That's a hit. So she got hit by a third. How'd you do for your next bullet, Hazard?
75.
Yeah, I saw, Sean.
Yeah.
Thanks. So 1 in the back of the head. Hazard hit her in probably the back of the chest. Another person hit her. Hazard, did you make a second roll?
68. I don't know.
So 3 bullets hit her, 2 of them in vital areas, probably. So yeah, she just goes down. And they start actually going in these rooms as quickly as they can, Hazard, to make sure there's not more of these horrible things in there.
Yeah.
I don't think any of the other rooms have anybody in them. You see there are double doors at the end on the top side, the north side. So I don't know if you want to go in there, if you want to send men in there. We can very quickly just...
Let's go back to the altar.
Oh, you're not even going to have them search except for
looking? Let's go back to the temple. I want to know what that was.
Okay.
What's going on?
Well, okay. Some of them threw those doors open and they peek in there with guns ready. They just kind of look in. They're making sure there's nobody in there. But yeah, everybody comes back in. You're hearing people talk about there's some other rooms on the other side, but they're all empty. But it looks like there's stuff in them, but I didn't see anybody. The priests have finished conferring and they're starting to chant. And Wakan comes over and he says, "We must defend this area. It might take them some time to finish the spell for the summoning. I would advise you bring the rest of your men here. We need to defend this place. I have sent runners to get my men, but you should send one of yours."
Okay.
And he's got a torch for your man to take. Bring them all here. Bring all of them. That's what he's saying.
Well, we should make sure the whole building's cleared out.
No. It won't matter.
So yes.
Bring all of your men here. Bring them all. He seems really anxious for you to bring all of your men here. Um, and he's ordering some of the
Do I see Winifred?
yes, he's ordering some of the Quinoat to go down those side corridors, check those rooms out, and is your assumption because he says something to him and they head out those side corridors. Um, he says, "I've sent
Yeah.
some of my men to guard those corridors, but you should send more. We must barricade this. We must be ready for them to come. They will come."
Where will they come from?
Well, there is only the doors and these entrances, and he shows you those two. He gestures towards the two like archways towards the top.
Can I position myself somewhere like where I'm going to have some cover of like everything or not?
Not really. You could use the
Okay.
you can use the pillars to get some cover from most areas, and you can always move around a little bit. But he seems certain they will come. And you're looking for
All right.
Winifred Hazard? She's gone. No, she's in there.
Yes.
She's all the serpent people are together now, and they're talking quietly in a strange hissing language that you don't recognize.
I'm gonna head that way.
Yeah. You can go over there. Runners have been sent to try to get the rest of the men here. You agreed that all of your men are coming in here. Is that correct? Because you give the orders to the white men.
I'm gonna say yes. We're gonna go grab them, and I'll possibly head out to see if I can't find the stragglers too, the ones that fainted or got hurt.
Or you're going yourself.
Is what I'm gonna say as well. But I'm gonna say I'm
Well,
gonna do that in a moment.
right. I need to know what you're doing. What are you doing?
Oh! Sorry, I'm heading over to talk to the snake beast
Oh yeah.
after I
Okay.
tell him that.
Yes. All right. They're over there. As you approach, they stop talking and they all stare at you with dead eyes.
Uh, if Winifred's just off to this, is if I could just try to whisper in her ear for
Yeah.
a moment,
Yeah, you can.
is that possible? Okay.
Yeah.
So how are y'all getting it?
Walking. One of them has picked up a torch. We merely wait for the ghouls.
Oh.
We'll be leaving together for safety, momentarily. But James, did you give
Understood.
you sent a runner to talk to your men in the other parts of the complex, right?
I was going to be part of that runner team,
Okay. So you're leaving
so
Callum
it was going to
and
be
Fernando
me,
behind. Is that what I'm
Fernando.
hearing?
No. Basically, all the named NPCs, everybody with a name.
Okay.
So
I'm with you.
Newsman,
Right.
Callum, Fernando,
Okay. Oh, Scotty's talking. I missed it. Flash. Ghoul.
Jim, Pete.
Okay. Um.
That way, if we
Graves
run
is
into
like
anything, we
Graves
can
doesn't
handle
know.
it as well.
Oh, I think Graves does know about you wanting to leave early, if I remember correctly. Graves goes, perhaps we could take the babies out.
Oh, yeah.
That is a
That's
fantastic
his
idea.
So, I am always talking Max, says Scody. Always. I've been missing chat. I'm sorry, Scody. I apologize. Pete's already got one. Who else wants to carry a baby? Or doesn't specifically want to carry a baby? There's 4 total, so there's 3 left.
I'll carry one.
I'll grab a baby.
Okay,
Yeah.
Jimenez, Hazard, because if you got a baby, you cannot shoot.
Jim, if you'll grab one.
All right, Jim will take a baby. All right, what's
And
happening?
then I hand mine to Graves, because I
Okay.
remember Graves.
Okay. So, all right. So, your group is going to head out. You tell the chief
So we're
this,
looking
that
for
we're going to
everyone
go,
else.
and we're going to send the other men back
Yeah.
in. Is basically what you're saying.
Yeah.
You,
Sending babies out, men in.
yeah. Some men are starting to come back already. Some of mainly it looks like it's the Quinoat coming back. Some ghouls come in. Some of your men faint from seeing that. The serpent
Yeah.
people talk to the ghouls for a moment. As your little group is heading off to go get the rest of the men back, they're kind of following you at this juncture. You
Sweet.
run into the slaves still in the corridor up above. Oh no, you sent them back with 5 men, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys start making your way out. Dempsey, do you know what's going on with this "we're leaving early" crap?
Not really.
Okay. Wait, one more thing happens before you can leave. Um, Quinoat come back into this room carrying some stuff. Um, they uh, it looks like some of it's gold. Um, there's some silver mirrors. There's some bags that chink as if they might have coins in them. A gold collar, and they're just piling some of this stuff up in the. It looks like they were quickly searched these rooms that are right around. You saw a bunch. You saw three arch or two archways, James, when you went in your corridor. Looks like they might have grabbed some
Yep.
stuff out of these rooms. There's harnesses, some small silver mirrors, what look like
Okay, so this is
prayer
all before
beads.
we actually take off.
Say what?
This
Yes,
is all happening
yes.
before we
You
take
went.
off.
You discussed with serpent
Okay.
people. You're like, let's get babies. We're gonna, Chief. We're gonna go tell our men to come down here. And then you see some Quinoat coming back. They're just dumping what appears to be treasure, basically, items that they must have found in the nearby rooms. Um, Harnesses, more mirrors, some kind of jewelry stuff. I don't know if you care about that or not. At this point, you're just about ready to leave when they're bringing this stuff in. They're just kind
Yeah,
of
because
dumping it for
we're
now.
about ready to leave,
Yeah.
and
Say, I want to make sure
uh,
I grab a baby and then a torch if I can carry a torch as
Yes.
well.
Yeah, you could carry a torch with a
All right.
baby if you're careful.
All right. I just want to make sure we have.
okay.
They're just dumping it by the
I know what
walls.
I would do. I know what I would do as a character,
Yeah. Do
but
it.
not to exclude anyone as a player.
No, you can exclude people. Dempsey, get that shit.
Well,
I don't know. uh,
well, no, like because I don't want people to be sitting around like doing nothing while something else is happening. You know what I mean, Andy?
just what do you want to do, James? Just what are you doing?
Oh, I'm considering a double cross now. The double cross before the other double cross.
Oh, well, that's possible.
But I would still want the guys with the babies heading out before that starts.
Well, you're pretty
But
even numbers with the Quinoat as far as you can tell. But there's might be other creatures still in this place. Keep that in mind. You don't know the numbers for the
exactly, yeah.
so it's up to you, but it could
And
become.
there might be a shoggoth somewhere.
That's what supposedly there is one. The priest showed up. He must have finished the spell. Everyone shoot William Hazard, says Scody Garbitas. So what do you want to do? Your men, your trusted inner circle is ready to go.
yeah.
Decide quickly. Some of your men are starting to come back
Yes,
in too. People are taking up positions so that they can defend this room while these guys chant and chant and chant.
yeah, chanting is probably bad.
You have no idea
Bended
how
people's
spells
bones
work.
before.
You don't have any idea how
I don't.
Well, some of the you heard chanting, it didn't last long, and then bones. These guys have been chanting for like 5 minutes or more at this juncture.
And he said after an hour of chanting, they summon something that
Something
has
that you don't
lots
know
of
what
eyes and
the hell
mouths
it
that we
is.
don't want to be near.
Yeah. So what's the plan? What are you doing?
But well, gentlemen, there's another business venture right in front of our eyes.
Okay, the serpent people leave.
I make sure
They have
Cunningham
left.
is not part of here.
Okay, the serpent people have left by this point.
Okay.
They're not waiting for you guys. They were going to escort you, but they're just going.
Yeah.
Let's
And,
just go.
and the ghouls are leaving too.
Yes, the ghouls are leaving too. They have played their part.
Fernando said, "Let's go."
Yeah, let's
well,
go.
no, as players, I want to talk
No.
as players too, because I don't. No,
No,
Okay,
no,
never
this
mind.
is all going to be in
Uh,
character. You're breaking up kind of. We're not breaking up, James. Your video's terrible. Just FYI, and that's fine. It doesn't
Yeah,
really matter.
no,
It doesn't really
my
matter.
internet's
So don't worry
really
about
bad.
it. I just want to let you know so you're informed. But yeah, this will have to be in character. This conversation. And remember, unless you take certain people, let me know if you take certain people aside. Cunningham has a gun in hand, has
Yeah.
a rifle. He's ready.
Yeah, no. We're just leaving. We're gonna keep to the normal plan.
Okay, you can do anything you want. Keep that in mind. If you want the double cross, try to get more money. I'll be honest, it's going to be hard
Well,
for you
also because
if you want to turn all your men against the Quinoat. That's going to be difficult to get the word to your men in this room with the Quinoat in this room. Like it's getting pretty
oh
crowded in
yeah,
here. Quinoat women and
no, no,
children
no.
have
Yeah,
started to arrive
we
too.
would just start shooting.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
fine,
I
but
didn't want to have to kill children.
yeah, well, not necessarily, but they're filling up the other rooms too, so they can all be in this one central location for some reason. You don't know exactly what's going on. You do hear
Yeah, so
whispers and
we're
rumors. It sounds like
heading out.
some of one thing you do notice as you're leaving is that the chief has talked and the sub chief have talked to some of your men, and they're like, yes, we will have a great feast after this. There will be many women. And the guy and some of the white guys are all like, "Oh yeah, feast and women, yeah."
Nice.
Plus, we got paid. Did you pay these guys in advance? I think you did because you sent Jim Bat with $1,000 or something.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay. Yeah.
To give them it was a half now, half later type
Okay.
deal.
Yeah. So yeah. So they
Unless it
partially
if
paid.
not,
Okay.
that's fine.
So he's like, "Let's go. Let's go." What are you telling them to get them? You've told them what you're telling. Let's go. We're gonna get these babies out of here. Let's go. So
Yeah.
and you're making sure that everybody, all your named people, are going. Pete's like, "But
Yes.
I wanna. Shh, it's okay. I wanna, but I want women and a feast." As he's walking towards the door with
I
you,
don't
he obviously doesn't want to
trust
stay.
I don't really trust what they are doing. Hopefully it is a party, just a regular party, and everybody has fun, but there's a lot of things they're not telling me, and I don't want to hang out.
All right,
We already did what we said we would.
all right. You owe me a whore, Hazard. And then he's off with you.
I'll buy you your next one. Yes.
Yeah, you will. Uh, yeah. So Cunningham, Hazard, Fernando, Dempsey, Graves, Bat, and Pete Sutter.
And a bunch of babies.
4 babies. Surprised to be here. Scotty says, "You getting any of this Nutricost vitamin B12 money?" What? I clicked on the ad just for you. Oh, I don't. Yeah, I do get money from advertisements. I think it's set to do 3 minutes of advertisements every hour or something like that. So I should get something for that. I don't know. You make your way back up. You're running into your men coming back down. Um, should I buy some? Sure, buy some, Scotty, if you want. So I do not endorse it. I don't know anything about it. So you run into these men coming back down. Um, you're starting to feel a little guilty, Hazard. Um, you know what I
yes,
mean?
yes.
You're sending a bunch of
I know what you're
men
saying. Yeah.
potentially to their
Wait,
doom. So this is after you've gone up the steps and you're walking back where you guys fought the ones
yeah.
that had the slaves. Is when you're
I
starting to notice
tell
more and
this
more coming.
group.
Yeah.
Yeah. This group, I say, have all the men come out. We have done our part.
Oh, but I heard there was going to be a feast and whores. Says one of them to you.
There could be, but
Ooh.
I'm not interested in their food. They eat people at times, so if you want to have our people come with us,
Okay, so that is, yeah,
we'll
they're
meet
not going to go
you.
back down. They're going to go with you. They're going to come with you because you're heading out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're coming with you.
But I need some people to get the other people that we haven't run into yet. And yeah, tell me y'all's names, and y'all will get
An extra $1.
$5 extra
Oh,
each.
yeah, they start telling you their names as you guys are
$5.
heading out. You go through that weird snake corridor back to that room with the portcullis, the other bronze portcullis. Um, I need an intelligence check or a navigate check from whoever thinks they know how to get out of here. You think you might, if you or if you can
I
describe
think
to me,
I can remember it.
then tell me how. Then tell me how you get out. You can tell me how to get out, and you can just get out.
I
You
do
don't have to
not
make a
remember
roll.
the route.
Yeah, it was confusing. It was
I'm
fast.
gonna
There was a
roll
lot of fighting. There was all this explosions and shit. So if you can remember and tell me,
50 24.
Is that successful idea?
Regular
Regular intelligence?
success.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you got to go down that long corridor and take a left through that big room, and then through that other big room, and then it should be right there. So yeah, you guys managed to get out. You have Hazard. You're still feeling bad about the men you're leaving behind. You haven't done a head count yet. Um,
Oh, we're not leaving yet.
oh, okay, that's fine. What is
We've
happening?
left the rock
Yeah,
area.
yeah. There's that big causeway, 40 feet wide causeway that's like 150 feet long or 100 feet long. Um, um, you see the serpent people. People are at the very end of the causeway. You don't see any sign of the ghouls. I mean, where are you going? What are you doing? How far are we going? Just narrate this for
I'd
me.
say across the causeway.
Yeah, you reach the
Oh,
other side of the
we
causeway.
walk across the
Um,
causeway.
you
So is
have
this a safe distance?
okay. So you have about 15% of your men, of your 110 men. No, I'd
Have
say
come back out?
yeah. So you got about 20. I will say 20 men have actually you caught them before they headed down there. Um, 20 out of 110. Uh, Winifred is there. She says, "Oh, Mr. Hazard, this is not a safe place. This will not be a safe place anywhere near here. But you don't need to worry about me. I know you're so worried." And she touches your chest, and it's cold and clammy. And she touches where you're all bloody. She's like, "Oh, you were injured. Oh dear. No, 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 no. I would get on your ship and go, and not look back. We are going to go into the swamp.
Now
We
is
we have
that?
a way out of here ourselves, so we won't need transport. But thank you so much for your offer, and
Oh,
well
you're
done
welcome.
in there.
And
Well done." And she winks.
yes, now what did that do?
Oh, that was a statue to Zothamog. But you see, it can see through the statue. So there was some danger there that it would alert more yugs. We were lucky not to run into any this time. But there you are. So
We didn't run into any yugs?
no, those were yugyas. We made sure they were all dead. Some of them were just knocked unconscious. Not many. You have excellent shots. Mr. Dempsey, you're quite a shot. We'll take those babies if you don't want them.
We'll hang on to the babies,
We could
but
give them a good home.
real quick,
Psychology.
is this going to cause widespread destruction?
No, but I would not want to be nearby or see it. All right, well, you have a
All right.
goodbye then. Goodbye.
You've
Let's go,
told me
Jim.
enough. I say we get back to the ship.
Yeah, they're heading out. They head like directly into the
As
swamp.
I'm
You know what I
holding
mean?
my
Like away
side.
from you.
Yeah.
It is still pouring rain. Well, let's check the weather. It might have changed. No, the rain is let up. It's mid-afternoon. It's like wet. The it's like fresh. You didn't realize how much it stank down there because mainly your freaking noses were plugged up with dynamite, explosive smells, and gunpowder. Um, but now you're like, wow, it smells so fresh and clean out here. You know, like after the
All right.
rain, it smells so
Everybody,
nice. Very humid.
let's head to the shore.
You're on the shore. You crossed the causeway, right?
Oh, we're already on the shore? Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we,
You
I
said you
thought
crossed the causeway.
the
That's where the
walkway
serpent
was
people.
much higher up on a cliff.
No. It's
And
it's
sorry I'm talking over you.
that's okay.
My
That's
audio
okay.
is just coming in really late for you.
That's okay. That's okay. The causeway is a little. The causeway comes across and there's a high spot, but then it's swamp out here. So
Okay.
it's pretty. You know, you can walk right down to the water if you want. I mean, if you're just getting rid of babies, whatever. Um,
But yes, I'm firing off the flare.
oh, okay, yeah. You fire off the flare. In the distance, you can see the ship. Um, Smoke coming out of the stack, and after a few moments, it starts to make its way towards you. Graves is like, "We could make our way towards them as well, Mr. Hazard, if this is going to be dangerous." He was standing real close when you were talking with Winifred. And I believe, yeah, he has a baby too.
Yeah. Real quick too, just because I want to say that I did say it.
Yeah.
A couple guys are carrying the boxes of the minigun.
Yeah. Wait, what boxes? The money?
Of the
No. So we
minigun.
took apart the Gatling gun
That'll take
and
some
then
time to
carried it
take it
away.
apart. You can roll it away. Get some of the
Mm.
men to pull it on the cart, but
Oh,
it will
okay, yeah,
take
yeah.
it'll take a few minutes to pull that apart. So I'm assuming it was intact. It was disassembled slightly to row it onto shore, put back together so you could roll it uh, to the causeway, and then left it there. And now you could roll it away till you find a good place to bring the boats in. Partially disassemble it again and shove it into one of the boats to get it on there. Is that okay?
Yes, that
Okay.
sounds good.
Yeah. Yeah, you wouldn't have wanted to put it back in boxes or anything like that once it's out until maybe getting back to the
Yeah.
ship. Yeah, so you guys head that way. You're about a quarter of a mile away when the ship comes in fairly close. You see it drop anchor. They do not stop making steam. There's still smoke. They lower the longboats, and again, it's a process to get people aboard. Actually, no. There's only frickin' like, it only takes 2 boatloads to get all of you on board. Because, um, oh, has James frozen?
Yes.
James, you still there? Shit, the big ending. We lost James.
Oh, he stepped away.
Oh, yay. Okay. So at least he's still potentially with us.
I froze for a minute. BRB.
Okay. Um, well, it's only going to take 2 boats to get everybody back onto
Yeah.
the Sea Ghost. You get on board. They pull up the uh, up comes the stuff, the boats. I'm going to assume Hazard tells them to set a course away from here, back up the coast. So the ship takes a while, turns, and is heading away. Um, Yay! Oh, that's much better. The internet is fixed. What happened?
Oh, did I just need to leave and come back?
I don't
Okay.
know. All of a sudden, it's perfect. So, James, you headed down
Yeah,
the coast a
no.
little ways. It only took a couple of boats to get everybody back on board. Um, because there's only 15 of your mercenaries and you guys is all that's left of this party. The ship's turned and is heading away. Um, it is roughly half an hour after you have finally gotten on board and the ship is turned and everything and moving away. Um, when the dark clouds come in,
We're gonna
like
come. We're gonna
fast.
come back after their party to collect the other men.
You're not sure if Captain Joseph believes you or not, but he doesn't seem to care. You tell him to set a course and he sets it. Um,
Yeah, 'cause
Clouds come roaring in, like go over you. It looks like they come from all directions towards that spot. Um, I don't know if anybody wants to watch to see what's happening back there or not. It's a sunny day now,
Yeah.
so it's not rain. Uh,
Yeah.
is Hazard watching? Cunningham's definitely watching.
uh,
Fernando's like a cat. He's curious. It's going to get him killed one day, but he has to know what's going on.
I'll probably be looking.
Uh,
Yeah, why not?
who's tending to the babies? You would have had time to
Yeah,
deal with them. So do you send
Honestly-
somebody?
Graves is on baby duty.
Okay, so you take the babies down
Okay.
to a cabin and send Graves down there to watch them.
Yeah, I was gonna
Okay.
say actually Dempsey might do that just because he actually has medical training.
Yeah, Dempsey doesn't have to watch this if he doesn't want to. If you
Yeah.
don't want him to, if you don't think he'd be there. Pete's already gone below to drink. Jim Bat and Cunningham are there, and Fernando and Hazard. They're talking back and forth. I want to see the baby. In the stream. Appreciate you guys coming, by the way. Yeah. So what happens is it's almost as dark as night with these clouds coming in. The
See
water
a thing.
starts to move around the pillar. You're probably a mile away. It starts to churn and churn and churn, and then something comes up out of the water.
I have a set of field glasses. I'm going to be looking through those too.
Does anybody alert Captain? Does anybody alert
I want
Captain Joseph to this occurrence? Behind?
I would think. Well, he's further away from us, right?
He's up. Yeah, you guys are by the back rail. You probably walked back here when the clouds all came rushing in, and you noticed this, and you're like, "What is happening?" You walk back there. But does anybody say, "Captain Joseph, something's happening," or anything to that effect, or you just don't?
As long as the water stuff isn't that close,
No,
I'm not
it's
going to
not.
bring it up yet.
All right, I'm gonna give him a spot hidden just to see if he notices. He does not have a good spot hidden. No, he's too busy working on the ship, so he's not involved. Um, the thing that comes out of the water is, oh hell, where is it?
Oh no.
What the fuck is that?
Hazard just starts screaming. No! Ah, here we go. See if there's a description to this.
I will say, what in the nine hells?
So, the only thing that gives you a sense of scale is the rock.
Yep, and I know that's
this
big.
thing is big. Like, it comes up out of the water and actually puts its arms and almost can grab the other hand around this huge rock that you all were in just an hour ago. Um,
Let's give it a hug.
it looks like a cross between a fish and a frog, but it is massive. And as it grabs the whole thing, the entire stone thing shivers, and then it starts to go down into the water. The causeway
That's
shatters like this. The side closest explodes. You know what I mean? Like it was connected. It's just like, and the rest like starts heaving and then disappears into the water as this massive thing with great bulbous fish eyes and scales and obvious gills comes in, and you can see a resemblance to what the Quinoat were at this time as the entire thing just submerges down into the water. Uh, the swirling, terrible, chaotic water, leaving that seems to surge for what feels like a long time. There were other figures in the water as well. Many, many smaller versions of this thing. And sanity checks.
Giant frog man. Was Newsboy looking?
Yes, Cunningham was looking
Wait.
too. Cunningham and
Oh
Jim
my
Bat.
gosh. Just
Where's the sanity
50.
loss?
55 out of 56.
You just made it. You still lose a
Let's
point
go.
of sanity.
Oh, AIDS.
You lose a point of sanity. Dempsey, how did you do?
I'm
You're down
that.
below. All right. So mostly it's NPCs that get to see this. I can't believe you guys both made it. That makes me super sad. Wow. Jim Bat
You want to roll that?
Jim Brat rolled a 12, so that's a success.
Nice.
Um, Cunningham, 84. Oh, he only lost 3 points of sanity, though. Holy crap. All right, Cunningham is okay. He is shaken. He just points at it. He's just like... He starts to, like, reach for his pad and pencil, and you see him just, like... He's not even looking at it. He's just, like, scribbling. It doesn't look like words. Like he's trying to write down what he has seen. As the entire thing is gone, including nearly 100 of your men, Hazard. You probably need to make me a sanity check, Hazard.
That's
Since
fair.
you were in charge, I'm going to make it a 1d6 for leading these men to their doom, apparently. And that's what... Oh, yeah, you don't have to make
Oh,
it until
13.
13. You still only lose a point of damage. They were hired. They knew what they were getting into.
They wanted the women, right? Say go.
Cunningham, that's what spurred your sanity check. Those men. What about all the men in there? Is what he says, and then that's when a little tinge of guilt hits you. Like, oh,
Yeah, it's like
I shouldn't have paid them in advance.
I don't think it's a feast and whores.
That's what you said.
Well, a feast and women. I do say that though.
Okay.
I didn't think he was lying that much.
Cunningham is appalled by this. Jim Bat obviously is a little shaken, and then Dempsey comes up. The kids are fine. What I miss?
Where's the rock?
however you want to say.
Wow, we
whatever you
made
wanna say.
good time.
Yeah, we made good time.
Wow, I can't even see the rock
that
anymore. I love it. We made good time. Looks around, doesn't see that rock. All right.
Oh my god, that'd be great.
I'm sure I come up on deck and everyone's just like,
Yeah, it's just like
Yeah, Cunningham is obviously people are kind of freaking out. Um,
Yeah,
all,
Fernando's getting a cigarette ready.
with shaky hand.
The
Yeah, a little
ganja.
bit.
He's trying
This
to
is
make
the
a cigarette, and
ganja.
the tobacco keeps falling out because his hands are both just shaking. How about
He's just
that?
shoving wads of tobacco into his mouth now. He's like, screw it.
Is that
I,
what?
I offer I offer Fernando a cigar, and I
Just,
grab one as
just
well.
describe me, Fernando, how it looks. How do you want it to look? It's up to you. You're the
No,
player.
that was good. Like it's just kind of shaking and sprinkling all over, and like, yeah.
Wind's
And then when
blowing it. He
Hazard
just keeps
offers him
going. Yeah.
when Hazard offers him a cigar, he just grabs it and lights it real quick. Then
I feel like I've missed.
Cunningham points out out there. He
Well,
says it's
Callum,
only a mile. The rock. It's
the
gone.
rock is gone.
It took it. The thing took it. He's got his pencil in one hand and the notepad in the other, and he's just staring at behind the ship.
I don't know of a gun that could have hurt that thing.
The guns on the ship are pretty big.
A thing took it? Okay. Well,
Yeah, everybody's kind of stricken. I don't know if they want.
question for you, Andy.
Yeah.
The kids. Are they human kids?
They look like it. They're white
Yeah.
kids.
Okay.
They look like white kids.
I was just
they'll
checking.
get adopted quickly.
There's the size of some of the guns on this thing.
Oh, yeah. Those are.
That'll do some
Those
damage.
would do some
Yeah,
damage.
these aren't like little pirate guns from the Pirates of the Caribbean. Like
I don't know
little
if we can take out
12-pound
Godzilla.
guns. These are big freaking
16
guns.
pounders.
Yeah, they
Probably.
are heavy.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You said one of them was the howitzer size.
They're huge. They're very big. That's why there's only a few. You can't fire too many. You might freaking destroy the ship. Okay.
Flip it.
You steam. Are you steam? Do you want to steam directly back to Saltmarsh then? Just follow the coast.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Nothing.
You're back
Can't
before
do anything
You're
else.
back before dark. This thing makes like 13 knots. You'll be back in 2 hours before dusk.
I don't know how to save those people.
Yeah, Cunningham is like in shock. He ends up going back to his cabin. He just doesn't. He just is. Hazard's all like, "Yeah, I felt a twinge of guilt. I shouldn't have paid him half first.
Yeah, money I could have saved.
Could have saved all that money." All right, so that
All the
ends
inventory you just lost.
the inventory. You did lose a lot of guns.
That's a drop in the
That's
bucket.
not going to break you. There is that chest of gold, the other half, your other 50 pounds of gold, which is kind of also partly owned by the town. That's kind of a, but I don't know. You could split some of that up with people if you want. You guys didn't grab any of the other treasure in the place, so this monetarily wasn't like a big deal. But
I thought we could come back and get it. Nope.
no,
That was
not
the
with
plan.
the Quinoat and the Quaalude looking for you guys and looking for the. That's how they hid for 100 years or however long they've been gone, because they can go underwater. So you get back to Saltmarsh safely.
Nice.
They're surprised that Jeffrey, the council come out. They're surprised at how many men you lost. Oh my God, it must have been terrible. Cunningham's Cunningham just gets on the boat and gets back on shore. He doesn't even say anything about what happened.
A very long story short, it appears they double-crossed us.
But did
We
you get
did.
the gold? That's what Jeffrey says.
We do have that.
Oh, well, that's not a total loss then. All right, so.
It is a shame of the loss of life, though.
The babies. What happens with babies?
Give it to Jeffries. No.
Well.
I would ask Jeffries is there orphanage.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, he'll help you out with that. They're going to try
There was
to make.
about to be a.
They'll find women to take care of
sacrifice.
the children. They're going to try to figure out where the children maybe have come from. Do you tell him you found them with these people trying to sacrifice them, or do you just leave it blank that we found babies?
I'll just leave it blank.
Okay. So yeah,
Babies won't remember.
your men want the rest of their pay. None of them really saw the thing back behind the ship. As a matter of fact, you guys are the only ones that really saw it. So those of you who did see it, the rest of the crew was too busy. and that kind of thing. So that ends actually not the campaign per se, but it ends this part of the campaign of the sinister secret of Saltmarsh, danger at
Oh,
Dunwater,
damn!
and the final enemy. Yeah, that's that
That
was
was the big quest of the place.
yeah that's this was called the final enemy because this is the dealing with the Yugs and the Yuggya. Um, so questions, comments, suggestions. Uh,
That was cool. No,
Scotty
that
said, "I have a feeling Fernando is about to shit a literal old timey brick." So, thank you for watching, Drew and
He just
Scotty
has
and the
some stuff
others.
on Hazard now.
He's what?
He's got some dirt on Hazard
Yeah, but
now.
does
Oh,
he? A giant monster took away
I,
all of Hazard's men.
ha-
Really?
Hazard knows what he did.
Hazard
Hazard
doesn't.
knows what he did.
Okay, fair enough. Questions, comments, suggestions. What did you all
Hazard didn't
think?
think everybody would just get aced like that, though.
So to be honest, when you play this in Dungeons and Dragons, you're supposed to be a scouting party going in, checking stuff out, finding stuff. There's only a few on the upper level, but in that one, both the second and third level were flooded, so you had to have some kind of magic to go down in there. And most
Okay.
of it deals with Sahuagin or Sahagin instead
Oh,
of
gotcha.
Yugyas. Um, so I didn't. I wanted the two levels down below, and my Quinoat had a plan that they were going to summon up essentially Hydra. Oh, that's right. You did. You recognized that thing from some of those tapestries in their temple as Mother Hydra, their
Mother
god.
Hydra?
Their god. Yeah, the one you had to swear not to tell their secrets about.
I thought that was Dagon.
Well, both. It was both. They mostly worship Hydra over Dagon.
Okay, so they worship Hydra and Dagon.
Yeah, but they're primarily Hydra worshippers.
Dagon was the guy that took the rock, though, right?
Yeah, well, no, that was Hydra, but they're both the
That was
same.
Hydra?
There's a male and a female, but they look exactly the same. So who knows? You know,
I feel like Hydra's name is misleading.
why?
Because it's just a single-headed frog thing, right?
Yeah, well, it's not that kind of Hydra. Um, so yeah. Oh, you can level up.
Nice.
Everybody but Hazard. You left 100 men inside that place to an unknown fate. Uh, you did help.
No. That's
You know
fair.
what? You saved babies. Give
I
yourself.
saved babies.
Everybody can give yourself a D6 of sanity. How about that?
What,
Because you
what
did.
about making money?
You did that. No, that's has nothing to do with anything. So yeah, everybody can have a D6 sanity. You can level up your characters if you use skills. You can go ahead and level those up. For this section, you're back safely in Saltmarsh. We're gonna eventually focus on not Dempsey but Hutton at some point in the future you've only been gone like a day. I mean, you literally left this morning and you're back already from this whole ordeal because you were probably inside that place for maybe 2 hours.
Yeah, this was a very short mission.
Well, it,
Yeah.
it's a dungeon crawl that I didn't want to be a dungeon crawl, and so I think the Quinoat chief suggested that you guys send scouts in at one point, but it was just kind of like and so it just never came really materialized in the game. If you scout successfully, then the attack by the good forces of good and the lizardmen, who are what the Quinoat are in this, um, succeeds. If you do a poor job scouting, then it might fail. The
Okay.
attack. So in this case, if you could protect or leave men to protect them when they summon Hydra or Dagon, that's considered a success because that's how they make the thing go up and down. They had to bring it up at one point with some other magic to escape a year ago when the Yuggya attacked. Um, as long as it got gone, you won basically. And you left 100 guys in there to help them. So yeah, they had plenty of guns and plenty of people to defend them from whatever was coming in. So yeah. And within the temple, they could summon Dagon. They couldn't have done it outside the temple unless it was a dark of the moon. So they had to be inside the temple. In this case, is what I decided. So sorry. Questions, comments, suggestions. What did y'all think?
I thought there was going to be more Yuggya,
There were.
or more things fighting in.
The thing is, the shoggoth hit from the other side, so they were fighting that.
Gotcha.
And everything from the second and third level was working on that. If the shoggoth hadn't come, that dude that escaped you guys would have brought back a bunch more.
Okay.
Ah,
But again, they're mostly using crossbows and spears and javelins and shit. You guys have guns. The Quinoat only
Still
had
though, those
spears.
javelins look like they hurt.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Javelins are bad. Javelins are very bad. I rolled very, very well though too. Every time someone got hit by a javelin. Um,
Did you see the message I sent you, Andy?
I think I did. Yeah, throwing spear. I guess I could have used the same one, but I feel like javelins only or should only be a 1d6 because they're real flimsy. They're not real good for
Yeah.
like toe to toe. They're just good for throwing for the most part. Have a good night, guys. Says Scotty Garbitas. Good night. Thank you for stopping by, man.
See ya.
I appreciate it. I really appreciate you watching. Sean, were you gonna say something? You look like you wanted to say something.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm actually preparing to run Sinister Secret of Saltmarsh in my D&D game
Nice.
Ooh.
because I was doing the Savage Tide game,
Uh huh.
and they basically got their asses handed to them in the first event, and have decided to abandon it.
They're abandoning the scenario. Nice. Wow, you're a beast. Good
And
for you. Oops,
they're just like,
gonna
I'm
sit
like,
down.
okay, so you guys need to know what that means.
Savage Tide. Which one is
You
Savage Tide?
you basically just released the Archdevil Demogorgon and all of his powers onto the world. So have fun with that in the future. But like they're fleeing, I'm like, well, in that area, the next nearest safe port
Is Saltmarsh.
that's not controlled by Scarlet Brotherhood.
Oh yeah, Saltmarsh in Keeland, Southern Keeland.
It's Saltmarsh.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, they get there. My only issue is, like, I started the first, like, they're just in the mansion. Like, they get the rumors of the haunted house,
Mhm.
and they just go.
Okay.
They're just like, let's do it. Let's go see what this haunted house is all about. I'm like, God damn it. Because there's, like, some stuff that gets set up the
Yeah.
more time they take.
Do you have Ghosts of Saltmarsh?
I do.
Yeah, that's where I got the map. I
The,
bought a copy
the 5th
of it.
edition? Yeah.
Yeah.
I got it for, like, $15 on
Yeah,
Amazon.
I got mine cheap too. From eBay, I think. They're just not selling. But yeah, it's a great the first one is the best. The haunted house
Yeah.
one, in my opinion, is the best. It's the most fun. I think we had the most fun with that.
Yep.
And then
I had to, like, increase the difficulty of it a little bit because they're higher
Yeah.
level.
Are you guys just gonna walk in and try to kill all the lizard men in the second one then?
I don't know.
Okay. I don't know your players, so
They probably will.
that's not
I
good.
mean,
That's not good.
they're kind of murder hobos at
That's
times.
not good. All right, so we're gonna end the stream and we're gonna end the recordings. Oh, Fernando, did you have anything to add?
Did we get paid then too? Did Hazard pay us yet?
Yes.
Yes,
You can
I would have
say
paid
he
you.
paid them. So yeah, you got paid.
How much did I get paid?
Our agreed amount?
I think it was $100 for all the named people.
No.
Pretty sure.
Oh, was it? Pete gets two. Pete gets $200. Oh no, that's
Fernando.
right. Fernando's on with Pete. $200 each, baby. Yeah.
So I got 100.
I don't remember if Dempsey was in on the whole
I think he got 100.
show of.
I think I said he said
I think he said 100. Yeah.
but then I put in, I want one of your guns.
Oh yeah, he wants one of the
Oh,
hazard
yeah.
guns.
Oh, and we're end of session. After this scenario too, I would be like, this is inconvenient. Can I get a Veerling rifle?
A what?
I want to just slap my two guns together.
What?
Veerling rifle's the 4-barrel gun, so I can have the 2 rifled barrels and 2 shotgun barrels.
No. We'll discuss it.
No?
That's not something I'm just gonna throw at you.
Because multi-barrel guns are in existence right now.
I know. The drilling is a gun. I have to look it up and see what I can find about it. Good night, Wiley One. The Wiley One was here. Hey, thank you so much for joining us. Or you might have already gone because I might have missed him. I have
The
no idea.
whitey one.
Anyway, yeah, he does some cool stuff. Project Zomboid. I enjoy that a lot. So yes.
Zomboid's a lot of fun.
So yes, you do get paid. Pete gets paid. And we will continue at a future date because I got to figure out what's going to happen next. So thanks for watching, everybody. As always, I appreciate it.
Hey,
And
Yeah.
I got to find the button. Here's the button. Bye,
there's
everybody.
the button. Bye, everybody.
Bye.